Hello! Hello! Hi, baddies. Oh, thank you for the kind welcome back. I'll zoom out a little bit so you don't have to stare so close to my face. Oh, Sprite Cranberry? Here you go. Doesn't match my skin tone, but don't worry about it. Oh, it's been a little bit. I took off Monday because it was my first day of work. And I gotta admit, I'm also very tired from work today. But streaming usually gives me a lot of energy back, so I'm excited. Regardless, and I'm really excited about this game. So, it's been a wild ride this week, guys. Oh, Pat! Pat! Oh my goodness! I wouldn't think you'd be ending right now. Well, welcome on in, everybody. Everybody who was hanging out with Pat while they were animating. I guess I could shout you out. Shout out. Peter Pat. HBM. It didn't work. Exclamation point, Pat. That'll work. Go check out Pat. Pat's my bestie. Pat's my bestie Bigfoot. My bestie foot. and also a really good artist who doesn't really stream art a ton. But also neither do I. I hope you enjoyed doing your little animation. I enjoyed watching you doing the animation and listening to Teen Beach Movie. That was a great time. I have to do a karaoke stream one of these days just so I can sing the songs from Strange Magic and Teen Beach Movie. Because that's the kind of troll I am. Oh my goodness, this song. I just keep hearing funny little in the background. Anyways, I want to get through as many characters as we can today, so I might as well just get like right into it. How do I zoom back out? There we go. All right, sexy clown song over. Let's put the music back on of the real game. I always want to hit this button, this quit game button, and one of these days I'm going to, because like I just want to close the menu. I do this every time. Let's see. I'm gonna move my microphone a little bit closer to my face. Where load? That's not how that works. I just start a new one because I think I just start volume 5. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who's it gonna be? Walking. You sure are doing a lot of it recently. Back on Earth, you never got near this amount of exercise. You are gonna be so in shape when this is over. Provided you still have all of your limbs attached and all your bones uncrushed. You could probably come up with safer ways to travel, a taxi or some sort of bus system. But you don't have any money and you can't read the signs. You're also routinely covered in blood and bruises. So walking it is. Tired as you are, your feet still carry you toward friendship. I know this guy's a little bitch. I've heard about this guy. I've heard about him and that he's a little bitch. And I don't know who you are. You don't have a name. I'll go this one first. Oh no. Your stroll takes you into a nice part of town that seems to have larger, more McMansion-style hives. Based on your past experience on Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper-class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend! Power of positive thinking must be on your side because someone emerges out of the shadows of the sprawling suburbs. What does this fucker sound like? What does this fucker sound like? My voice can only go higher, is the thing. I'm turning the audio down on my headphones. These sounds that my ears don't... my ears don't agree with them. Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you? By this point in your time in Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost and naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try and convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivete? That would sure be fantastic luck. It's a good thing that I found you. Not everyone is as respectful of lowbloods as I am. Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you're not much to look at. My bad. I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. Mind if I ask what color your blood is? You hesitate. While you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society, you're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that blood color plays in this world. Also, if this music is too loud, let me know. I think it was a little loud last time, so I have it turned down a bit from before, but let me know. You've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. What do you do? I I'm the truthful little baby. Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the color red. I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. Shut the fuck up! Get him out of here! Get this guy out of here! Actually, what are your pronouns? Get ass. He's trying to kiss us, and aggressively so. He's like one of the awkward boys in The Bachelorette. Pat, you know. There were 32 boys. There were 32 boys on the new Bachelorette first episode, and at least half of them are really bad at, like, hugging. It's okay, Pat. We can talk about Bachelorette anytime. It's always an option. I mean, I don't think I've ever made friends with a redbud before. You don't know what a quadrant is or what it means to fill one? Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent? No, he wants to fuck! He wants to fuck! I do love Gabby. I love Gabby so much because she reminds me of me. She doesn't shut up. And she's so funny. She's so funny. Oh my god. I did watch The Bachelorette. It was really, really good. I was really impressed by the guy who was forklift certified. And also the guy with the big boobs who came in on the horse. My favorite part of the whole episode of The Bachelorette was when the horse guy with the big boobs was talking to Gabby about like who he was and like what he's about and what he looks for in a partner, and she's like, I can't understand a thing he's saying. His pecs are rock hard. I'm like, oh my god. I said that. Oh.
Want a Sprite cranberry?
Thank you, Marcy. Here, have a Sprite cranberry. Yeah, they were like kind of zooming in on the boobs, so like I was already inclined to look at them. But I was like, I'm sorry, I'm only looking at your boobs. And then she was like, she said the same thing. I'm like, oh, queen, we are the same. She's just like me for real. Oh my goodness. Oh. But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited for this friendship as he is. Heh, you come on strong. Nice. This guy's so fucking desperate. He's coming for every quadrant. This is embarrassing. I mean, that's the intent, I'm sure. But, oh my god. BZ on Bachelorette when? It would be so embarrassing. It would literally be so embarrassing for every man involved. Every man, woman, and child. Because I do not, like, understand flirting. Like, it's just not something that, like, I just am nice to people, and sometimes people are nice to me because I'm pretty. I don't understand when people are, like, doing it because they want to kiss me. I don't get it. So, I only know how to talk to people straight, and it's really caused a lot of hilarious interactions in my past. Oh. You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I've got plenty of spare rooms for guests in my hive. You know, because I believe it's important to help out the undeserved members of the community when you can. My hive is this way, shall we? You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a nice night because you see lots of other trolls walking around here, too. You tuned in at the right time? Oh boy, not every character in this game has a reputation. And I've not like looked into this game enough to like know a ton about the characters.
What type of dog is this?
But I know this guy has a reputation. If you're on The Bachelorette, you know everyone is there to kiss you, but you don't know when. And some of these guys will just fucking kiss mid-sentence. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. On Bachelorette the last episode, this one guy mid-sentence went in to kiss her and he had to pause before kissing her because he needed to finish his sentence first. What? I don't get it. Just keep talking. Most of them are dressed as nice as Zebra, and you see a few shabbier looking trolls that must be low-bloods walking with the high-bloods. Today is actually Flushed Affirmation Day, so you'll see lots of trolls taking their mate spurts out to celebrate. Oh my god, it's Valentine's Day! It's my favorite holiday! My favorite! Yum 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 yum. Then we're with this fucking stinker. Lucky for you, my flushed quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours tonight. No, thank you. That sounds a little weird. He doesn't need to be all yours, you assure him. You're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends. I love that. Thank you for the biddies. You're so generous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a while since I've heard that cockroach spin. Thank you. You know what? I'll give you a Sprite Cranberry just for that. Feet? Marcy, there's not even any feet on screen. Hands. Hands are arm feet. Oh, Yuzu, get some good sleep. Some good German sleep. Away with you. Rest your head on your little pillow. Yeah, Sprite Cranberry. Oh. You made me bald. I don't even have ears. He's just fucking snapped. You snatched my wig. Oh my god. On Valentine's Day. On Flushed Affirmation Day. These bitches get 4 different Valentine's Day, and I think that's a little bit unfair. I think we should have that. I think I should have a Valentine's Day for the people that I fucking hate in my life. Sure, sure. Sharing can be a good time. If you're into that. I could be, speaking personally, like maybe with 2 low bloods, but not in an objectifying way. Everyone involved has got to respect each other, you know? Wow, what? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place. You decide that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing, because who knows how he might misinterpret you next. Huh. Looks like there are a lot of high-blood, low-blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see in this neighborhood, to be honest. It's sad, but most of these low-bloods are probably with their mate spurts because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high-bloods to take advantage of that, but not everyone is as socially conscious as I am. Oh my god! I think it's super terrible when high-bloods don't treat their low-blood mate spurts like the queens they are! Oh my god. You look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high-blood trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their low-blood dates. Oh, one troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabbily dressed mate spurt kneel down so he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could maybe be a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressing into the back of his neck. What's the problem? What's the problem? You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Zebra sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulders. Oh, I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to see something like that. You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders when you arrive at what must be his hive. I don't want to go in his house. I don't want to go in his house. I don't want to. It's the biggest and most McMansion-y hive on the block, and when he stops in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home. Welcome to my humble abode. I just feel grateful, you know, to be able to share my wealth with the less fortunate. Oh, it's a zebra! When you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished-looking white zebra. It has normal zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where the dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie, almost like it's wearing a suit. I can't see it. It's behind the box. You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you, but that is unquestionably the energy that you're getting. Don't mind my Lucis. He's kind of socially old-fashioned. But he lets me keep low-bloods around the hive to help out and stuff, so he's not all bad. Let me give you the grand tour. As Zebra takes you through the spacious hive, you can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebra's. You're guessing these are the low-bloods he just mentioned? Why, you have... Okay, so are they staff? Are they like staff? Like underpaid staff, probably? But are they... Listen, the first person that we met kept people in cages. What is the situation? What? Oh yeah, they've got weird parents. They're like raised by animals. All like different kinds. The fucking Jimmy Neutron hair on the zebra that I've just noticed. Yeah, they don't have... They're like bugs. So they have like a queen bug that takes all of their quote-unquote genetic material and, like, creates grubs, bug babies, and then they get adopted by animals. Did you get all that? We learned this in the first stream. You did not get all that. They're bug people. Okay. They seem to all be doing chores. Sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime in troll-sized bathtubs for other, possibly fresher green slime. They also sleep in goo. They sleep in goo. And they're nocturnal. Ow! Why you do this to me, Marcy? Good night, Pat. Go sleep in your goo. I think if Pat was a troll, now that Pat's gone, if Pat was a troll, their name would be Pitter Patter. And I think that's a really cute troll name. I think it's good. Each of them glances up at you and Zebra when you pass by, then looks deferentially away. The zebra Lucis is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. Oh, Pat's still here. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs where several low-blooded trolls are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. What kind of... This guy threw a party? Zebra seems to notice you noticing how all the trolls in here are scrubbing the floor and how they are all avoiding your eyes. See? I told you I'd take in plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigo bloods here. Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labor when it's necessary, right, guys? A few low-bloods mutter an affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate? Yeah, the word is prostrate. The verb is prostrate. The noun is the other one. Their whole body's on the floor. Zebra looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. He doesn't introduce you to any of them. Great. They don't realize yet that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my low-blood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we? Perhaps his Lucis has had enough of tolerating your presence because it takes the opportunity to stop following you and go huff at more of Zebra's guests. Now, for better or worse, you are alone and Zebra has turned all of his attention on you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly. The night is still young. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. If you feel like going out on the town to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have lots of other friends I could introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture. You know. Hi, Flexwood T-Rex. Welcome on in. We're having a great time. with this guy who's coming on really strong. Or if you're tired, I can show you to a guest room now and we can have a nice night in. Go out or stay in? I don't know. I don't know. Somebody else decide for me. I don't like either of these options. Inside, Netflix and chill? Okay. I was leaning towards that because I'm like, you know what? It's at least gonna be funny. It's at least gonna be funny. You think that going out with Zebra on Flushed Affirmation Day might potentially give him the wrong idea. And besides, you're pretty tired, so you don't feel like going out. You tell him you're ready to retire to your guest room now. Sure. Oh, bruh, by the way, have you heard of Chixie Roxamer? You probably haven't. You don't seem like you're a very serious music fan. Huh. But you've got a great opportunity tonight to learn from me. One of her low-blood musician friends is playing a show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. I said I wanted to stay in! We should go just in case she's there. Okay, bitch! Oh my god! You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight, but okay. You can gather the remains of your energy and go to this concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. He takes you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple of times on the way. So it could be worse. Maybe hand-holding is totally platonic on Alternia? You hope so. Hey, hand-holding can be platonic on Earth too. Okay. Hold hands with your friends. It's fun. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and a harmonica, who, according to Zebra, is a low-blood whose songs are spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chixie's. You enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. You ask Zebra what the lyrics mean, since the message is apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed with your question. What? The lyrics are about, well, they're about a lot of things. Social justice and oppression and stuff. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level already, I don't know what I can really say, you know? But enough about the music. I want to talk about you. What sort of things are you into? You haven't had many opportunities on Alternia to talk about your interests. How exciting! You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupting you. Cool, sounds great. Really interesting stuff. But what's your quadrant situation like? It's harder to pretend that you know what he's talking about now, but now that he's asked you about quadrants directly, you admit that you have no idea what he means by your quadrant situation. Whoa, you're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry, I still find you attractive. He goes into a brief, but not really brief enough, explanation of the 4 types of romance on Alternia. Matespritship, the flushed quadrant, which to you sounds the most analogous to human romantic partnerships. Moiralegence, the pale quadrant, which sounds more like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. Auspicitism, the ashen quadrant, which you don't understand at all. And kismesitude. Kismesitude. Kissimmee, Florida. The black quadrant, which just sounds like repeatedly hooking up with someone that you hate. Yeah, that's about right. You're fuzzy on all the details of all 4 of these, but you're understanding enough to get that he's asking if you're single. You tell them that you really just want to be friends? Of course, I super respect your choices. If you ever change your mind, I'm right here. And being in a quadrant with an influential, yet sensitive and socially aware indigo blood like myself could make it a lot easier for you to survive and thrive on Alternia. Wasn't he criticizing that kind of high blood, low blood, socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago? It wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out his hypocrisy, so you don't mention it. After another song, another troll at the club sidles up to Zebra and whispers something in his ear, then skulks off again. Zebra looks alarmed, glancing around him and edging towards the club exit. I just got a tip that there's about to be a culling at this concert. We should get out of here before the murder starts? Before the murder? I want to stay for the murder. Let me watch the murder. You think I'm a baby? You think I'm a baby who can't handle watching it? Huh? You definitely agree with him about wanting to get out of here. You look around at the rest of the audience still enjoying the show. You and Zebra are the only ones getting ready to leave. Is he going to warn any of the other trolls here of the danger? Oh no, definitely not. If I were to warn any of these lowbloods that a culling is coming, that could mean risking my life too. Not that I've ever tried, but everyone knows that. The highbloods here will probably be fine though. We've got each other's backs. It's important to look after your comrades in the struggle. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sure enough, you can see that other trolls here who, much like Zebra, stand out because they're wearing nice clothes, are casually but urgently leaving the concert venue. The lowbloods are all still clapping and singing along with the singer on stage, and no one has given them a tip-off. Come on, we've got to scram. Okay! The two of you abscond, getting as far away from the music club as fast as your legs can carry you. By the time Zebra decides it's safe to slow down, you are tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back in the high blood part of town. You wonder if drones have descended on all of those trolls at the club by now, and you just can't hear it because this neighborhood is too far away, closed off and sheltered from the violence. Phew, that was a close one. Going to low-blood cultural events like that can be dangerous, but it's one of the risks that you have to take if you want to be an activist. I'm sorry for pausing so much, but every, 5 text boxes, he says something that, knocks me on my ass. Oh my god. I can't tell you how many times I've risked a calling to fight for low-blood rights. Civil disobedience is the only way to fight the authoritarian state. Oh my god. He turns to you and takes one of your hands in both of his, looking deep into your eyes. I just think it's so cool how you supported me back there when we risked our lives for the cause. That's probably the best way you can contribute as an activist and an ally, you know? By supporting me! And speaking of activism, we were talking about quadrants earlier. Let's get back to that. This guy just does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, you reiterate that friendship is what you're looking for here. He nods enthusiastically and squeezes your hand tighter. Fuck yeah, I love friendship. I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for any successful romantic relationship. And many trolls start by being friends first and enter into a quadrant later. Even if you try to be friends but then fight too much, that could still prepare you for a Calignus quadrant. Either way, the thought of being your friend makes my blood pusher beat a little faster. Sure, you say. If what we're doing is extolling the benefits of friendship, then boy do you have some things to add to his list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of platonic companionship with your fellow man, and friends can also come in handy when you need someone to help you move, or take you to the airport, or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more? Hell yeah, totally. You're so right that friendship is a great first step. Did you enjoy the concert tonight? Did it persuade you to be an ally for low-blood rights? You think that going by your blood color and how often you've almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more likely a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally. But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that, yes, you'll be an ally to yourself. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. If you're an ally to low-bloods, then I'll allow you to be my base. I can't even finish the sentence half the time. If you're an ally to low-bloods, then I'll allow you to be my mate spirit. Friend, you correct him. You can be his friend. Right, sure. Yep, I meant to say friend. He lets go of your hand finally, which at least counts for a partial victory, and winks. Enough of you. I'm free. I'm free. Oh my god. Okay. Mystery. Mr. As usual, the streets are hopping, just bouncing around like an overactive bunny rabbit on Easter morning. Up ahead, at an intersection of streets, is some kind of night market. Well, every market on Alternia is a night market. As previously stated, you are broke, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of window shopping. Who knows what kind of awesome stuff you'll find. You can learn a lot about culture from the stores. I am playing ham steak. I'm making friends. Also, hi, Crash. Hi, Crash. Hi, Jake. Lots of cool people hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for coming. Here, get comfy. Have a Sprite cranberry. You are so intent on thinking positive thoughts that you are nearly at the market before you realize that quite a few people are coming toward you in the opposite direction. Some of them are running, actually, and screaming. Looks likely that something has gone down violence-wise. It's not a stampede. You aren't in any danger of being trampled, and the street is wide enough to just step aside and let the crowd pass by. Or it would be. You get a brief, furtive glimpse of a pair of focused yellow eyes under a low-pulled hood. Then a hand grabs yours so tightly the tips of your fingers go numb. With a rough yank, you are pulled into the flow of the crowd. The troll girl has a hold of you. The troll girl who has a hold of you speaks quickly and quietly. You have to lean your head in. Wow, I'm really struggling with this paragraph. You have to lean your head in close to hear. We are on a date. You are my mate Sprit or my Moirail, whatever you want. We're just a normal couple, out for a night on the town. We're going to catch a movie. Get some soft serve grub cream. You feel me? Wow, okay. I'll hold hand. Your heart beats so hard you can feel it in the back of your throat. You adjust your grip a little to make your hand easier to hold. In response, you get a squeeze, like she's thanking you. You match her pace, a surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. What the fuck? I'm like 3 feet tall. What are you talking about? the little MSPA reader guy is so short. Behind you, people are still shouting. What the heck happened back there? Someone died. You tell the troll girl you thought that was just kind of normal here. Normal, sure. When low bloods get killed, natural order of things, right? But with high bloods, it's different. Personally, I don't give a shit about the natural order. Doesn't matter what the job is, I'll take it. Oh! Oh! Sexy. Oh, we got a sexy assassin here. Oh, got a sexy little assassin. We're holding hands. Oh, so a high blood is dead, and you are currently holding hands with the troll who did the dirty deed. She chose you to help her lay low, i.e., she made you her accomplice, i.e., you are now her friend. Helping someone carry out a cold-blooded murder is a super friendly thing to do. What had she called you? Her mate Sprit? You aren't sure what that is, but it sounds great. You ask her what you should call her. My name's Polypa. There's no reason to go throwing it around. Let's not talk at all. You want to point out that it won't look like a very convincing date if you're just walking in silence, but that would require talking, and she told you not to do that. A trio of those spiky robots go marching by, drones or whatever. Their big ugly heads swivel back and forth, like they're looking for someone. Polypa doesn't say anything, and she keeps her eyes forward, but she goes sharp as a laser, every muscle in her body tensing. You feel it through her hand, her fingers tighten on yours until the drones disappear into the crowd. She yanks you around the corner into a smaller alley connecting 2 roads. There's nothing here but a pothole and a couple dumpsters. Hold up a minute. Her hoodie has a symbol on the front of it, 2 overlapping gold ovals. Most trolls seem to have a symbol designating their blood color on them somewhere. This means she's a gold blood, right? Oh, kitty! Kitty! Kitty cat! Meow, meow, meow! Meow, 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 meow! Ow! But then Polypa yanks the sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top emblazoned with the symbol in olive green. It looks like a cat. It's pretty cute. She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks a button on the side. A whoosh, accompanied by the sulfury stink of immolation. Note to self, don't go dumpster diving in Alternia. Polypa grabs your hand again as you head back out to the street. With her other hand, she works the tie out of her hair, shaking it out of its ponytail, letting it fall in thick, sweaty clumps around her neck. Next, she reaches up and takes part of her right horn off. Wait, no. It was a little bit of veneer, an artificial bit to cover up a notch in the chitin. What are all these random wardrobe changes about? It's a disguise. Keep up. You wonder until you actually begin to listen to some of the conversations happening around you and check out the big billboard-sized screens mounted on roofs every few blocks. Seems like the rumor mill is already going hard. Apparently a well-respected Violet Blood is dead, killed in public in full view of witnesses by a Gold Blood girl with ponytail. Wow, you really are dealing with a professional here. I need to find somewhere to lay low until the heat turns down. I mean, we both do, since you're my associate now. I had a contact waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. It's possible she got spooked. Got any ideas for hideouts? Yeah, see? I'm not from around here. You wonder what in the world made her think you have any idea what's going on, ever. She keeps giving you sharp looks as if she's gradually catching on to just who she has chosen to recruit. You want her to understand that no matter how busted you look, you are an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Well, here's your chance. What do you propose? Let's go watch a movie and get some ice cream. Philippa's mouth twitches. It could just be a muscle spasm, but you like to think it's a smile of approval and burgeoning camaraderie. Yeah, I guess we could. That's what people do on dates, right? It's been a while. I haven't seen a movie in forever. Let's do it. She squeezes your hand. You would have thought holding hands for so long would get sweaty and uncomfortable. You're certainly nervous enough, but her skin is surprisingly cool. Oh, the nails are really cute. Oh, the nails are really cute. Oh. I like that detail. They're like mine. They're like mine. My nail. Except mine are purple. With a couple of exceptions, all your new friends have been literally cold-blooded. Also metaphorically, for a few of them. But you aren't going to judge them for their lifestyle choices. That isn't your place as a friend. Regardless, your point is, it's kind of nice holding hands, even if it is under completely false murder pretenses. Come on, there's probably a theater in there. Makes sense. You aren't from around here, and you don't think Philippa is either. But you can always recognize a mall when you see one. Stores and escalators and fountains full of slimy mall water. It's probably been there for years. The biggest difference between this and an Earth Mall is that there doesn't seem to be anyone working at any of these stores. Everything's automated. That and the top floors appear to be reserved for high bloods. Philippa is still holding onto your hand. Gosh, it's really like you are on a real date. This is very, very friendly. And as far as you know, you've never been on a date with an assassin before. She can't read the show times and descriptions, and you don't have any money, but Philippa chooses the movie and pays for you both. She tosses a couple of coins into a slot, and the machine spits out 2 tickets. You don't see any soft-serve grub cream, but you are a little too queasy from mingled nerves and excitement currently to deal with anything called grub cream. You do, however, stop for a bag of buttery exploded kernels at the concession stand. Movie theater! Yay! The theater you follow Philippa into isn't crowded, but you still feel every pair of eyes settling on you as you walk up the step. Your heart pounds and sweat slides down the back of your neck. You are just positive everyone can see right through you to this deeply controversial cross-species matchup that you've got going here. Even worse, Philippa takes a seat weirdly close to the only other group in here. Man, awkward. The movie starts playing. Apparently, in Alternia, there aren't any trailers before movies. Kind of a bummer. If you're going to be stuck here, you want to know what hot new summer blockbusters you have to look forward to. Surprisingly, the movie turns out to be a romantic comedy. You expected Philippa to choose a thriller or a horror movie. From what you can glean of the plot, it's about a beautiful young Jade Blood who gets involved with a visiting Blue Blood and their servant, a big bumbling bronze. The portrayal of Low Blood strikes you as vaguely offensive. They grunt and fall down a lot. The caverns look a lot fancier than you remember from the time you hung out with Branya. Just a lot bigger and more glittery. The main character spends a lot of time pulling a jeweled comb through her lustrous hair. The dialogue is kind of incoherent, and you don't just think it's because you're unfamiliar with the cultural context. It also doesn't help that Polypa keeps a running commentary throughout. The ban on conversation has apparently been lifted. I can't believe they added this mistaken identity storyline. So unnecessary. Also, Black Rum is so boring in comedies. There's just no punch to it. I can't believe how bad this is. I don't remember the book being this garbage, but I read it a long time ago. My taste may have just been worse back then. You're looking at her in a whole new light. She shrugs, possibly a little self-conscious. I used to have a blog for relationship advice and stuff like that. Of course, I was just messing around. I didn't know anything beyond what I read online. Just girl things? Is that you? Just girl things? Two characters are kissing on screen. You've no idea who they are. You are way more interested in the fact that Polypa has decided to tell you her life story in the back of a movie theater. The deep blue light from a scene in the brooding caverns washes over her, making her look noble and sad. You are entranced. It didn't last, though. I doubt it had anything to do with my blog. My blog! Not my blog! But a few sweeps ago, a group of kids broke into my hive. I think they were high, maybe on Soper. Whatever. They stole a bunch of my shit, killed my Lucis. Some little psionic fuck broke both my legs with his brain. Just because he thought it would be funny. Not my fucking blog! Feet! I don't know. I feel like the feet noises are quiet today. Which, maybe with feet, that's a good thing. You are riveted. You have a bit of a tragic backstory yourself, but nothing this dramatic. Polypa picks through the buttery, exploded kernels with a delicate claw. You crunchified me. I've not even seen this model crunchified. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. Wow. Oh, the inside of my mouth. Ah! Crunchy. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, you can you can see like the separation of different layers. Oh. She's beauty. She's beauty. She's grace. She looks like fried chicken. Look like a chicken nugget. Very good. Very good. Yeah, crunchy just like the popcorn. I was trapped in my hive. I would have starved to death if it hadn't been for some teal who lived in my neighborhood. Just some little idiot who ran around with an Eastern Alternia replica sword, challenging Purbies to duels. Tealbloods are pedantic bulge lords. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at the word bulge lord. It's like I guess like the troll equivalent of like dickwad. But they care about justice. And these kids had attacked me for no reason. I didn't break any laws. Anyway, that's why I'm equal opportunity for how I take jobs. Low blood, high blood, everyone is scum. Equality! One of the kids in the row ahead of you turns around to tell Polypa that if she and her Moirail want to get all nasty and pale, maybe you should get a room. Hey, do you want to be fucking friends in here? You want to be fucking friends in here? Get a fucking room. You guys want to hold hands? Disgusting. Polypa kicks the back of her chair and tells her maybe she should mind her own business. The girl looks about ready to jump over the back of her seat, but the guy next to her pats her firmly on the cheek. Almost a slow motion slap. Firm and intense with plenty of uncomfortably intimate eye contact. Little shoosh pap. I remember that. The girl settles down after that, and everyone goes back to watching the movie. The rest of it goes by with your head spinning and your heart in your throat. You're glad Polypa trusts you enough to share her past, but you're nervous about her talking about it in public. Wasn't the whole point of coming to the movie to lay low? Think about it. When that girl sees the description in the alert, she's not going to be thinking about the noisy olive blood getting all conciliatory in public. It's way safer than skulking around, believe me. Gosh, Polypa really is an expert. You are so glad you got to go on this date with her, even if it was mostly fake. As soon as you're back out on the street, Philippa pulls out her phone. Slowly, her face falls. Fuck that little nooklicker. Another great one. Oh, that's fun. I thought she bailed on me, but according to Chitter, she's dead. They got her. Damn it! I told her to be careful. Her sadness is quickly turning into rage, vibrating off her in frantic waves. Her voice gets louder too, and the people are starting to look your way. Heckling in a theater is one thing, shouting at a phone about murder is another. This is going south fast. You've got to calm her down. Oh my god! The shoosh pap. For lack of a better plan, you copy what you saw the troll inside do to his angry date. You press your palm firmly to her cheek. She's cute. Oh. To your intense shock, she blushes a deep olive green and her eyes slip closed. She leans into your touch as if she's drawing comfort from this tiny little gesture. Then she blinks and pulls away. Listen, I'm technically on the clock right now. Let's be professional. She bites her lip, hesitating. Then she reaches up and repeats the gesture on your face. An unbelievable warmth fills you. Could it be? Could it be? The warmth of friendship? You're a weird-looking double-horn amputee with very few social skills, terrible survival instincts, and both short-term and long-term memory loss. But you're all right. If you ever want to earn a little cash, I could use a partner I can depend on. Is it raining? No, those are just tears in your eyes, tears of gratitude. Okay, don't get too choked up. You're definitely just gonna be bait. You assure Philippa that due to your general ineptitude, you wouldn't want it any other way. Oh! Yay! I liked her. I liked her a lot. Oh, she was cute. Friends. Yay! All right, who do we got next? Lesbians! Or at least lesbian. Armed with your fresh heaps of hard-won cultural knowledge, you continue on your journey. Troll life sure is complicated, not to mention troll romance. You really aren't interested in getting into all of that. Your life is complicated enough, and adding an additional level of angst on top of that does not sound ideal. Friendship is all you can think about right now. Or all you can handle right now. I invented a sentence. And boy, do you love to handle it! Just get your fingers all up in there and squish that shit around. Oh! Little cute little duo? But like... L word. Yeah. Lady. You're ready to meet someone new, but you have no idea where to go. You're kind of hoping you'll just bump into someone. While you're thinking it, you do. You bump into someone. The troll takes a step back to look at you, eyebrows lifted in surprise, while you sputter apologies. Then you notice the color of the symbol on her shirt, and your blood turns to ice. Given what you've picked up about troll society, she'd probably be well within her rights to attack you, or at least treat you to some very hurtful insults. Well, hey there, little buddy. You look kinda lost. Everything okay? Oh! Why do it keeps skipping over text for me? Oh, it's just that I can go back and check the history. Huh, that was a lot friendlier than you expected. That said, this troll's look is intimidating. She's smiling at you, but the leather jacket and undercut make you think you shouldn't fuck with her. They also look really dope. Like maybe this is someone whose name would look really nice in your address book. Look, you know you've been pretty non-discriminating with your friend taste so far. You're grateful for every taste of affection thrown your way, but you can admit you've barked up the friendship tree of some real weirdos. But this time, you really want to be friends with this girl. In fact, it feels like earning her approval might even raise your opinion of yourself. Or your social cash. She's just like, seriously cool. You tell her you're lost. Not that you have anywhere to be. Just seeing where the night goes, huh? Been there. I could tell you some stories, oh man. I don't want to be rude, but you're an alien, right? You confirm. That is one of the few solid facts you know, and you're going to hang on to that with both hands. While they're still your hands, and not grab pods or your gesture appendages or whatever. Neat. You can call me L-word, by the way. A BTW. I bet you have all kinds of cool alien stories. You want to hang with me? I know a place near here to grab a drink if you want. Did she mean platonically, or is she asking you out? It's really hard to tell. She's so cool and disaffected. If that was a date suggestion, she's gotta be the smoothest motherfucker around. You're kind of hoping she just wanted to get to know you better. She's beautiful, but it seems like going on a date with her would be a lot of pressure. Mostly, you just really, really want her to like you. She brushes a piece of lint off her jacket, and your desperation for her attention grows. You say yes. Ah, yeah. Alien time. Let's go. Oh, wait. Wait, come on. Can't you even just go hang out with someone without some kind of whole rigmarole? Yeah, some of them were like, oh, it's strictly like cool lady. Like, I can't even disagree because I see cool lady and I go whoa, 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 whoa. And that's been every single case of the like main character being like date. And everyone else it's like I just want to be friends. I just want to be friends, please. Wait, come on. Okay, yeah. We read that. Are you fated to always be bombarded with branching choices, choosing randomly between fates that almost always seem to end in some kind of violence? There's actually 2 places we could go. You want to try a closer place or the farther place? No! Don't make me pick. Fine. Fine! You'll make another choice. I like her horns too. She's just cool in general. And her name is Lesbian. You tell her you're in no rush and the farther place is fine. She takes off in the same direction she was walking before you bumped her. You follow behind, trying to act like you totally belong here, next to this genuine troll babe. You walk next to cool people all the time. It's practically a hobby. After a couple blocks, though, she stops short. You narrowly avoid bumping into her again. She fishes her palm husk out of her pocket, and you can see that it's vibrating noisily. She looks at the screen and theatrically rolls her eyes. This is so annoying. I'm sorry, but like, there's just this thing I have to deal with, I guess. I swear to fuck. She just wants an excuse to see me. It's like transparently obvious. Like how she keeps flirting with all my friends too. Or just like magically showing up places we used to go together. It's honestly kind of pathetic. Like, you're trying so hard to make it seem like you're over me that it just shows you aren't. LMAO. You know what I mean? You may not understand the specifics, but it's clear she's including you in some kind of social situation that she's dealing with. Wow, that's what you do when you're already friends with someone. You basically just skip to the front of the line. You nod and you look sympathetic. You totally get it, you tell her. You have an ex like that too. Who is she even trying to fool? Ha, right? It's like embarrassing that we even dated. We were totally gonna request combat assignments on the same ship too. So dumb. Anyway. Sorry, I gotta go back to my hive. She just keeps bugging me about some shit she left here. I keep telling her that I don't even think it's even here. But she says she has all her belongings itemized or something. SMH. Such a dork. I'm like the best thing that ever happened to her. Okay, girl. You keep nodding vigorously. Your neck is starting to hurt from all the nodding. You tell Elward that she's obviously too good for whoever this girl is. I mean, I know, but I gotta deal with her shit anyway. Anyway, sorry, it's literally so dumb, but do you mind if we just swing by my hive on our way out? It won't take long. She's like terminally punctual. Elma, she already sent me her ETA on Goregal maps. Goregal? I just realized what that was. This is a real softball. No need to agonize over this decision. You tell her you don't mind at all. She starts to head off, but then she stops and looks at you. Her brow furrows. Huh. You know, for an extra alternial, you are kind of cute. Oh! You think so? That's so funny. You're so funny. Oh, geez, you start to feel flustered as she peers at you more closely. Are you gonna have to make it clear once again that you're only interested in friendship? I'm getting an idea. Fake relationship? Fake relationship? I'm getting an idea. My ex thinks she's so cool because she's a Jade Blood and they have, like, a sacred duty or whatever. She makes a complicated motion with her hand. From context, you gather this is the troll version of a jerking off gesture. You'll file away the implications of that one to consider at a later time. She's probably never met an alien before, and definitely never dated one. Do you think we could pretend to be a thing? I mean... like bedrock. Just until she goes away. She'll fully shit herself, I swear. Just, you know, don't fall in love with the kid. No promises. Just kidding. Really? Don't though. Okay, ma'am. Sorry. Your heart is beating at an unusual rate. And not even because of fear this time. Fake dating again? Do trolls do this a lot? There must be some cultural context that makes them turn to a fake relationship for security. Too late, ma'am. I already have. Ain't that just the way? On one hand, you're an experienced fake dater by now. Elward could check your references. On the other hand, you know how this ends. You know this ends with falling in love with her. There's literally no fake dating situation that has ever ended differently. The last fake relationship you did agonizingly circled the rim of romance before falling out into your hands for a sick friendship rebound. But it was a close one. You might be like a quarter of the way in love with her already. She looks like troll Natalie Dormer. It is definitely way too dangerous to say yes to this. Yes! Yes! You grasp her hands with eyes shining. Yes, you tell her. Yes, you will fake date her. You are ready to dive into this thing together side by side for as long as she needs it with your whole heart and mind, whatever it takes. Whoa. Whoa. Stop making me crunchy in front of a cute girl. Making me crunchy in front of a cute butch girl. Don't do this. You're gonna ruin it for me. She's gonna think I'm too crunchy for her. It happens all the time. You don't even know. You're like really ready to go for it. Like about to jump right in. Maybe this was a bad idea. No! I went in too strong. I was just so excited. I want to use the exclamation points. I don't want to lead you on. No! Oh no, you way overdid it. You shrink back, mortified. No, you tell her. You weren't gonna fall in love. You weren't even thinking about it. It's cause you made me crunchy. It's cause you made me crunchy. She's not into crunchy girls. You weren't even thinking about it, just thinking about helping her with her awkward situation. Uh-huh. Hey, you mentioned your ex earlier, right? Is that recent? Like, were you trying to rebound with me or something? Because if it's recent, I mean, I get it. Breakups can be hard. I mean, mine was fine. Completely mutual. But I get it. Your ex only exists in your imagination, but Elward is giving you an out here, and you're going to take it. You nod, trying to look sad. Breakups are hard, after all. That part isn't a lie, just a well-known truth of life. You know what? I can blow off my ex for now. I'm gonna take you out. Take you somewhere special. where you can forget. Have a little me time, you know? I think you deserve it. Okay. A little hiccup there. Maybe you've managed to turn this around. You feel bad she thinks you're newly heartbroken, but it's comforting that her reaction is to try and cheer you up rather than pouncing on you at your most vulnerable, like some other trolls would do. Actually, she's being really nice. Maybe this friendship train is on the right track after all. The crunch was fine. The crunch sealed the deal. It made me look vulnerable. Elward takes you to what appears to be a coffee shop. It has all the trappings of a coffee shop. Mugs, bean grinders, fiddly little machines with tubes, tables with people working on husk tops. The smell in the air is not coffee, though. It's something earthier and a little spicy. You're gonna guess, ground up grubs. Just a hunch. Here we are. Let's get something to drink and wait for it to start. Start? You let her choose your drink. She brings you a steaming mug of something hot. You sip it cautiously. Not bad at all. No legs floating in it or anything. Just so you know, I don't know what your deal is, but this place is kinda girls only. I'll take. I'll be whatever you want me to be, baby. You're an alien, so no one's even gonna ask, including me. Just so you know the deal. Don't worry. If anyone asks, I'll just say you're here with me. Plus, you're cute, so no one's gonna mind. Yes, ma'am. I like the Sprite. I like the Sprite a lot. I like her big insect fangs. It's not the fucking. You feel your face get hot. Wait, no, you're not fake dating. No fluttery feelings here. Cool, you tell her. You love this place already. Wait, what is this place? This is excessive bodily force poetry. Open mic night. All blood colors welcome. Now that she says it, you can see a microphone set up on one side of the cafe. And Olive Blood is sitting nearby with a clipboard, writing down the names of people who want to perform. You ever do excessive bodily force poetry? Oh, is it? Well, I thought people were getting beat up, which is a normal sort of assumption to make in this universe. I'm thinking this is, what is it fucking called when people dance their poetry? What is that? What is that fucking called? My brain is just filling the blanks with like freeform jazz. Oh, I guess we're using slam poetry. I guess my slam poetry makes sense as just being the thesaurus equivalent. What is it called? Interpretive dance. Interpretive dance. Yes, we got there. What a weird thing to call something. I don't really blame myself for forgetting what it's called. You look back at her. She's looking at you with those heavy-lidded eyes and that flirtatious smirk. Last time you let your enthusiasm get the best of you, she pulled back. But then she took you to this cool ladies-only hangout. Saying yes hasn't led you wrong so far. Probably. Unless there's going to be some consequence you haven't gotten to yet. Nah, it's probably fine. You tell her you've dabbled. You try to shoot her the same kind of coy look she's giving you. Is it flirting? Who can say? You're riding this wave of plausible deniability and you're never coming down. Really? I didn't think you'd say yes. That's so cool. Dang, you should go sign up. I've never done it myself. But I'd like to come here and watch. You should totally do it. Until now, Elward has been pretty disengaged. But she seems actually excited about this. You gulp. You've never done slam poetry, but how hard can it be? You got this. You go up to the Olive Blood and put your name down on the list. Then you go back to Elward, giving her what you hope is a look as smooth as an expensive brandy. Get ready, you tell her. She laughs like you're being corny instead of smooth. But it's good-natured, so that's okay. You settle down and watch the excessive bodily force poetry. Maybe you can pick up a few tips. Before long, you notice a couple differences between this and slam poetry that you've seen before. First of all, your unfamiliarity with troll culture is causing you to miss a lot of the metaphors. You think some of these poems are erotic? People are reacting like they are, but all the body parts sound like someone did a magnetic fridge poetry with an intro engineering textbook? It's all tubes and pushers and levers and sacks? You watch people around you and try to react the same way that they do. Second, troll slam poetry does involve actual slamming. Several poetsits seem to be the cooler colors of the rainbow end Several poetsits seem to be the cooler colors of the rainbow and their performances. What is this sentence? What is this sentence? Several poets that seem to be the cooler colors of the rainbow and their performances with acts of passionate violence against nearby chairs, tables, or even members of the audience. It's just a really long sentence. Oh, no, it's several poets. It seems to be the cooler colors of the rainbow and their performances with acts of passionate violence against nearby chairs, tables, or even members of the audience. Okay, I understand the sentence now. Thank you. I need the spaces. I need the spaces in between to understand my M dashes, and I fucking love an M dash. I use M dashes in all of my writing. I am a slut for M dashes. It needs the spaces. Otherwise, I assume that this is like a word with a hyphen. Anyway. Artists, you guess. Temperamental. Elward doesn't seem surprised. One troll with a dark purple symbol breaks the mic stand in half over her knee. Elward sits up a little straighter, popping the collar of her jacket a touch higher and adjusting her hair. God, I'd die if she looked at me that way, LMAO! Hey! I wish I was that mic stand. Me too! Me too! I've never had a girl that mean. I always go for the good girl spades, thinking I can change them. Like it'll be different with me, you know? If our hate is true enough, it's a bad habit. Nice trolls don't change. That's some advice for you, kid. You don't know how to respond to this, so you just nod wisely. You're being totally honest with yourself. Seeing Elward flustered makes you feel a little flustered too. Not that you're changing your mind about only wanting friendship, but you wouldn't mind if she looked at you with a little bit of the awe that she's giving that purple blood.
Oh, it's time. Finally, it's your turn to perform. You got so into the show you forgot you were actually going to do this. Now walking up to the front, you wish you could forget again. You clear your throat. Silence. Then a flash of inspiration hits. You had trouble understanding the troll poems because of the socio-cultural differences, so maybe if you load your piece with references to your own world, they'll just assume it's good. You start listing body parts you have. Knees, spleen, shoulders. You toss in a few celebrity names. Steve Jobs, Rita Moreno. Then you put on the most serious poetry voice you can say. You can and say, Numa Numa A. Another idea hits you like a wet fish to the face. Maybe if you end this with some kind of violent gesture, like the purple blood girl did, L-Word will like you more. You seek out her face in the audience and looking right into her eyes, you slap yourself in the face as hard as you can. There's a smattering of lackluster claps. No one looks impressed. A few grumbles echo around the cafe. You think you may have just bombed. Your budding confidence is hit with a big load of shame, descending like wet concrete. Yay! But when you get back to L-Word, she's grinning. Damn, that wasn't what I expected at all. It's pretty funny though. You must have some real abdominal sausages to get up there and perform like that. Where? Stop skipping. Nice job, alien! She gives you a wink. You start to perk up a little. After all, you don't need to be friends with the rest of the people in this cafe. Just this one cool troll girl. And it looks like making yourself look dumb has brought you two closer together. Honestly, though, I'm surprised you didn't do a piece about your breakup. Oh, right! You completely forgot about your breakup. Or rather, your fake-up. L-Word leans forward, her hands splayed on the table. Her black claws gleam in the low cafe light. You can tell me about it, if you want. Like, I'm over my breakup, but if you want to talk about yours, it's fine. I know sometimes it's like, just really on your mind. Just right in there. I think L-Word's not being honest about some things. You're starting to feel even less great about lying. You fidget uncomfortably in your seat. No, you know what? You're supposed to be making a friend here. Yes, in the past it's been advantageous to just go along with whatever people say until they like you, but you and L-Word are really connecting. You don't want her to just like you because she thinks you're sad. You want it to be real. Take a deep breath and tell L-Word you don't have a recent ex at all. You tell her you were just trying to commiserate. The atmosphere immediately shifts. L-Word sits back and the warmth goes out of her face entirely. No! What? Really? Oh. Huh. That's not really cool. Oh, shit. You can just feel her pulling away. Well, you can also see it because she's physically pulling away from you. All signs point to losing this friendship. You're so sorry, you tell her. It won't happen again. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sorry. No offense. But it's not cool to lie about shit like that. It's pretty weird. She's completely detached now, barely even looking at you. It was nice to meet you, but it's probably best if you just go. See you, space boobies, boy! Oh! As much as it hurts, you have to agree. It's probably best just to cut your losses. You try not to let your disappointment show as you walk away. No! Please! Love me! It was going so well! I'm trying again! I only made like 2 choices. What if it's this? Okay. You say that it could be cool. You say it super casually, like you pretend to be in relationship with aliens every day of your life. L-Word grins, clearly pleased. You're sure this was the right choice. Then again, you've thought that before only to end up in terrifying, painful situations. But you're pretty confident this time it'll be fine. That's great. Thanks for doing me a solid. I'll owe you one. She shoots you a finger gun and winks. Oh! Nice poster. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's a vampire fucker. She's like super into Twilight. She's into vampires. Vampire girl. Do you see this? Oh, my logo's in the way. Shit, hold on. Look. They are kissing. They are kissing. I'll put chat back. Enjoy the poster. In what is now a deeply familiar story beat, Elward takes you back to her hive. It's pretty messy. You can understand why her ex would have a hard time finding something she left here. You don't see any signs of Elusis, but it's probably rude to ask about that, what with how often trolls and other animals are murdered in this society. You ask Elward if you should get your story straight. Like, how did you meet? How long have you been dating? Who's the funny one? Who always gets to choose the food on date nights? Yeah, I got a 3,000 word backstory for us to memorize. I'll be quizzing you on my fave movies. JK, I'm not worried, LOL. We can just wing it. I think she's here. Oh, I think she's here anyway. Sure enough, you hear a crisp knock on the door. Elward leans against the nearest wall and crosses her arms over her chest, looking bored. Come on in, girl. Oh, it's Branya! Branya! I had a feeling it might be Branya. Eee! Sorry I killed all those babies. Sorry, I won't do it again. Maybe I will. Another troll enters the hive. Hey, wait a second, you know this one. This troll's already your friend. That might be a good thing, but it might also ruin your chances with the friend you're currently chasing. But maintaining your existing friendships is important too. You're going to have to find a way to balance this. She doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. Hello, Elward. We can make this the last time we have to see each other. If you would just hand over my favorite sweater. I don't have it. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you. It's very simple. 1, I was wearing it over here when we broke up. 2, I keep careful track of all of my belongings. 3, you think it's funny to antagonize me. All signs point to you having it. I don't want to fight again. Isn't it nicer if we collaborate? Who's fighting? I don't even remember what your sweater looks like. I don't really think about it. Or you. At all. Mm-hmm. Are you sure? Are you sure? Ever? Emotional dishonesty is a barrier to helpful communication. I'm not one of your little jades who have to listen to this crap. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna get dragged back into this. You're interrupting my date, Branya. More like boring, yeah. Oh, fucking. Wait, where? Oh my god, it's so quiet. Why is it so quiet? My little boom. The lesbian drama. It's crazy. LMAO. Fucking get her ass. I'm actually trying to hang out with someone who's not you right now. A real cutie. Oh man, oh no. Elward makes a lazy gesture at you, as if to indicate that pointing you out to Branya is barely holding her interest. You look at Branya and try to smile. You lift your hand in a tentative way. Hi, you say? Oh! Welcome on in, Raiders! Hi! Hi! Love Bunny, Cupcake, and friends! Welcome on in! We're playing Bunny Troll Game. We're in the midst of lesbian drama. It's all very, very exciting. But while we're in the midst of this drama, I should introduce myself. I am Beezy. I am not normally in this like little troll sona form. I'm a Jersey Devil, and I play whatever the hell I want. Up to and including Homestuck dating sims, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. And thank you, Lot Bunny Cupcake, for bringing all your friends over. If you have to get some sleep, some rest, feel free. You don't have to stick around for very long unless you want to. Yeah, I know it's pretty late for a lot of people in a lot of places in the world. So, thank you. You didn't even realize there was a dating sim, but you shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I personally have no interest in playing the games. I just want to play this dating sim. And when I say dating sim, it's a friendship simulator. You're trying to befriend all of these characters, and sometimes it like goes into romance, but you always try to bring it back into friendship. It's very silly. Branya is taken aback. She looks back and forth between you and Elward a couple times, trying to make sense of the situation. You and Elward? Well, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were looking for a romantic connection. I could have introduced you to some of my other Jades. Not that I mind that you're with Elward. I wish only the best for her and all that she does. Elward rolls her eyes theatrically, then she looks back at you. You two know each other? She doesn't look happy about it. You remember the reason she wanted to fake date with you in the first place was to hold your cool alien status over her ex's head. Oh no! It's so fun. It's so funny. Like, the writing, it's just like the fun parts of Homestuck, in that it's just like really wacky characters and really absurd writing. So I've been having a great time. Rania, already knowing you, has undoubtedly taken some wind out of her sails. You have to do something to turn this around. You don't want to be rude to Branya, but surely just typing L-word is safe. You tell Branya thanks for the offer, but you're happy with the choices you've made. She looks a little hurt, but quickly rebounds. Of course, I wouldn't tell you how to conduct your personal life. I'm just really here for my sweater. Can you please get it? L-word? Nah, lol. You just lost it. Stop making excuses to come over here. This is getting pretty personal. You try to make yourself as unobtrusive as possible, pulling the collars of your, well, Tagora's robe up to hide your face. Don't tell me we're still wearing the lawyer's bathrobe that we got from the previous chapter. Oh my god. Last stream, one of the last interactions that we had, we met this Better Call Saul motherfucker who took us in after we got hit by a car, and we had a really fancy bath, and we stole his robe. Stole is not fair. He was charging us the entire time he was talking. He was charging us money, and he charged us for everything we used. But then he realized we didn't have money, and nothing happened. Someone might accuse you of manufacturing reasons to keep... Someone might accuse you of manufacturing reasons for me to keep coming over by not giving it back. LOL! Okay, whatever. I'll just let you know if it turns up, alright? Not alright. 1, you've said that before and you've never followed through. 2, you never contact me first. 3, you're obviously not motivated to find it. I want to settle this once and for all. It's time to resolve our conflict. Jeez. I didn't steal your fucking sweater. Look, I want to resolve this too, but now just isn't a good time. Can't you just let me have some time with my new pal here? It does seem like a reasonable request. This may take longer than I would have liked. I suppose I could leave it alone for now, but you can't just keep avoiding me forever. Not just about the sweater. I'm not doing that. Didn't you get enough of talking about our feelings when we were actually together? Why do we have to talk about them now? Let's talk about it later then. I'd rather leave my friend here out of it anyway. Her friend! Wow! You breathe a sigh of relief. You don't have so many friendships yet that you could stand to lose one. You can now listen to the rest of the conversation with a touch more ease. I'll come back when you are more available. Please try to work with me on this. Thank you. Branya has such, like, per my last email energy, and I love her for it. Branya makes her way out. Elward watches her leave and then sags back against the wall, scowling. She seems to be in much lower spirits than she was earlier. Your heart aches. Friend or no, you want to see her cheer up again. You know what? She takes a deep breath and looks over at you. I do have her sweater. It's in the back of my closet.
I fucking knew. I fucking knew. You don't think I fucking didn't know that? You guys are very obvious. You guys are very, very obvious. You're in love.
What just happened here is an opening. You witnessed something revealing, and now Elward is in a vulnerable position. You don't want to push her or annoy her, but she did loop you into this, and you can't waste this opportunity. It might be worth it to take a risk. You say, hesitantly, that it seems like Branya was really desperate. Like she's totally not over it. I know, right? I told you. You say that also, it's okay to not be over it 100% yet. That even if a relationship was wrong and you're way better off without it, sometimes you can still feel a little sad, and it's fine. In fact, you say, it can make you seem emotionally deep in an extremely cool way. You give her a little smile. She smiles back. Thanks for saying that. You're really nice. You didn't have to do all that for me. Sorry for bringing you into this mess. You still want to get that drink? You're a good friend. Your heart overflows and you beam a brilliant smile at her. You feel the warm bloom of friendship opening its sweet petals into your heart. Friendship achieved! Yay! Friend. Okay. We had double trouble. Ooh, these characters are cute. These characters are really cute. I'm excited to get to them. Okay. First, we gotta deal with double trouble. Cuprum and Follicle. Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up in the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Comparatively, everything about Alternia is rough. But down here, the streets get even narrower, dingier. The buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect and more likely to shoot you and claim it was self-defense. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, emphatically, you don't know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire. But this looks like the sort of place that no one cares about except for the people who live there. A noisy group of trolls spills onto the street up ahead, and you quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. Lovely posters. I know that troll language is like this is like Elvish, I think, or something like that. It's an actual like Lord of the Rings letter system, but it's like upside down and backwards or something like that. I don't remember. You've recently become gun-shy around groups, especially since most of these guys look fancy and are wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Ain't that Betty Crocker or some shit? I think in this game it's a different queen. I think it's like it's not Pfeffery or Mina, it's somebody else. But I don't remember. Oh, it's Oblivion Skyrim? Shit, Perp, you know everything. Thank you. Oh, they did change it? Oh, probably for legal reasons. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. Everybody here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with a government sanction. These particular blue bloods all look as lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of bemusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and the looming buildings on either side. Woo! Taking a little sippy. Now that we have music, I want to take a little break and have my drink. I'm looking to the side of my little playlist that I made for opening of stream, and there's a song here from Friendsim that is called Fortnite Funny Moments, episode 413. I don't know whose song that is, and I can't listen to it now that the music is playing, but I appreciate the title of that song. With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There's someone else. Two someones, actually. What you initially take as one large lumpy troll resolves on second glance into two smaller trolls, a girl and a boy. The girl is clinging to the boy's back like a very greasy sloth. It looks like a pretty precarious position, in your opinion. You've recently become an expert in falling down. They're both skinny and stringy, and damn, you thought that smell was from the garbage, but it might be them. LL Blue's just busy living their pathetic lives, walking out of their hives, straight into our trap. Idiots never see it coming. You ask if they mean the trolls out on the street? Probably you should just mind your own business, but when the fuck have you ever done that before? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked for once. You kind of want to join in on the mocking. Oh, it was green text! I didn't even fucking realize it! Oh my god. Did I ever get all of my bones fixed? The word all in that sentence, I don't know. I don't know for sure. We did get hit by a car in episode 4. We seem to be doing all right. We haven't gotten hit by any cars or had any, like, really dangerous encounters since then. Our initial injuries got healed by the little blue blood artist girl. And then we did take a nap in the cowgirls little soaper bathtub. So, but then we did get hit by a car. So I think that's our most recent injury. We did take a bath though. That was nice. Who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? A trash creature born out of trash. Well, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though. They mock everyone, kind of like Philippa had been with murder. They keep snickering. You can't help thinking you are being called out. Ooh. I'll stick up for myself. I can't have a 4chaner making fun of me. You put it to them offhandedly that perhaps it is they who are the trash creatures, since they are the ones who smell like they've been rolling in it for the past few days. For some reason, this makes them laugh even harder. I am enjoying this beat. Cooper, check out the badass we got here. My face-swing freaky cold-bait nerd lord talks back. Why don't you run away and cry about it? Yeah, go and tell your Lucis on us. The girl tugs at the boy's hair, and then they're off cackling and running up the street with a weird stumbling gait. Oh, bye! They leave you all on your lonesome. Fresh friendship opportunities withering on the vine. You probably dodged a bullet, but you can't prevent the oncoming. Look at him. Look at him. Oh! I didn't think that would go to the next screen pressing that button, but sometimes that's how the hotkeys work. Let's try that one again. I'm gonna make friends with everybody. I'm gonna make friends with everybody. And you can't stop me. Take it lying down! Woo! You never thought about what a weirdly sexual idiom that is. Regardless, you decide to swallow your protests. Hey, that's pretty sexual also. Thanks, English language. You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility. If you'd had parents, they would have told you that two wrongs don't make a right. You could argue it isn't worth trying to befriend people who open with insults, but that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town. And since you literally can't go anywhere, you'll just roll. And you really, really want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. You admit that you don't have a Lucis, and that you are pretty used to insults these days. You include an affected shrug to demonstrate just how easily everything rolls off your back. You add in a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head, even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong. LOL, Rusty dunks on their own damn self. They don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. The girl turns her weird spidery face toward you. You should come hang out. Wait. What? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? They look like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Oh man, you really hit the jackpot with these guys. 2 friends for the price of 1. To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten you asked, Coopram hacked their Palm Husk GPS to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without their fancy tech. The Bluebloods are all arguing now. Somebody throws a punch. You figure it's a good prank, if a little mean-spirited. Follicle stops yanking Coopram's hair and looks at you. Wow, you really are pretty basic. Hey, Coopram. She gives his hair another yank like it's reins and he's her horse. Ratatouille! 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 We got the Ratatouille trolls! We got the Ratatouille trolls! Coopram grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises a hand that crackles with white-hot energy. Your stomach clenches and you feel your feet leave the pavement just enough for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to them. For a few seconds, you have zero control over your body. Coopram lets you go and you land hard enough on your heels to make your ankles twinge. One of the flickering streetlights shines down on Follicle's face. What you had initially taken as deep-set eyes are actually no eyes. There are black holes in her face. They look super creepy and also super painful. Yeah, so what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You would never accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your lexicon. LOL! He keeps doing that, saying the word instead of laughing. It's actually a hell of a power play. Okay, this piece. Bless me. Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. You ever met a gold blood before? You have, but you're not sure if Sarava counts. They're an internet celebrity for one thing, and for another they have eyes. Well, one eye, and the other one wasn't lost to void rot, whatever the hell that is. Thank you for the Gesundheit. You wonder if that's why she's on top of Coopram. He's doing some kind of combination steed and seeing eye dog. Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up on Goregel. It means I'm dying constantly, all the time. Okay. Sure. You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sense this isn't the moment for fake deep fuckery. That really sounds like it blows, though. You tell her how sorry you are. What do you mean? Why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides, stand there, looking ugly. Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like what they think actually matters, lol. Well, I can't wait for Trizza to take this one down to the coal fields for a little R&R. Rest and relaxation? That sounds nice, actually. Rampage and rending. Oh. Wow, and here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation. Oh, Trizza? Trizza's the queen. Oh, this is Trizza. The posters. Without bringing up precious Trizza. LOL, Trizza rules. I love Trizza. I know, dipshit. You rack your recent memories, trying to figure out if you know what a Trizza is, or who. Trizza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are. To get her cybernetic tentacles up in you.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. He's so fucking ready. He's so fucking ready to be a helmsman. He just wants that queen to step on him. That's all he wants.
You watch too much Eastern Alternian pornography.
Oh.
It'll be way better than sitting around with you.
Always sucking me dry.
You can't say that.
You can't say that. I don't think these people normally talk to other people. These two are chronically online.
This sure is something you're witnessing right here. It must be that Black Rom stuff Zebra had briefly filled you in on. You cock a hip and compliment them on the obviously incredibly healthy pitch romance they got going on here. Because everyone knows, there's nothing like two people in a lover's spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them, metaphorically at least. Physically, Follicle starts clinging to Coopram's back. Wrong again, fuckbulge. We're pale. Of course they are. So pale. Oh, pale. That's the nice one. The petting one. Where you don't talk about your feelings and then don't have sex. What? You got something to say?
You guys really don't seem to have your shit together. You guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship, right?
Glad you understand.
You don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends, but it's also not cool to neg your rad new friend's relationship, especially when you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of mnemonic for just how little you know about anything at all. You don't know what that means. YDK WTM. You'll workshop it. LOL, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak, but okay. I know the word that they would normally put in there if he was a fucking green text 4chaner. I know the word because I've read enough manga and they fucking use that word when they're translating shit all the time. And I'm like, please talk like a normal fucking person. They got their funny little slur for normal people, and I'm like, stop it, you're embarrassing yourself. And I appreciate that they don't use it in this game. You wonder what kind of people Coopram has been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point, you're, what? Dressed in a bathrobe, sunburned, slathered in sparkly lotion, probably a bunch of other stuff you can't really remember right now. His friends must look really wild. You hope whoever those friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. I've never seen that perp. I've never seen that. That is kind of funny though. A group of blue bloods out on the street, maybe they could use some friends too? You're getting the vapors just at the thought of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster to find out. Coopram grabs the back of your shirt.
Where do you think you're going?
Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bad. Nobody's fucking surprised, lol.
You point out, very respectfully, that all these people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over now. Everyone can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic considering what you've learned about Alternia up until now.
Not a prank. This is war.
It's not over until all of them are dead or crying.
Well, okay. As long as you aren't the one dead or crying. None of these high bloods look too close to doing either, though. They're standing in a clump in the center of the street, nervous but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or a spilled cup of coffee. They've been lured into the slums by some greasy nerds, but Follicle and Coopram don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the blue bloods, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol in her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting. That face when dirty blue blood girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. You aren't sure what's going on. Yes, wig. Still not great.
Wriggler is calling the damn drones. Usually high bloods won't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit low bloods got one over on them.
When you get owned. I just realized what voice I want to be doing for Coopram and how it would kill my fucking voice. You know who else? You know who else gets fucking owned? My mom! Fucking own it! That could go on a t-shirt. Follicle and Coopram seem bummed that their prank is going to end so fast with so little damage done. But isn't it the point of a prank? That everyone gets out of it relatively unscathed? Anything more and it becomes assault. Overhead, there is a whir and a clank. Loud, but not loud enough to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for a landing out on the street. Holy shit! You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You're confident that continuing your ramble across this alien world is the best thing for you. But gosh, it'd be nice to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls getting on the bus seem to have any money or travel passes. Perfect! You don't have any of those things either. You start around the trash pile again. This time, two pairs of hands grab onto the back of your shirt.
Dude, where the hell are you going?
You quickly explain that you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it'll be before another one arrives. Follicle and Coopram look at you like you're crazy. Well, Coopram looks at you and Follicle looks kind of off over your shoulder. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes? Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everybody around us. It's just our thing. But you are actually mentally handicapped.
You can't just get on a chartered scuttlebug. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal if they got a death wish.
Ugh, this damn hemospectrum thing again. You really need someone to sit down and explain exactly how all of this works. Preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time or hitting on you. It just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structures from your planet make sense. Wait, no, they don't actually, but you're used to them, which makes them much better and more acceptable. You hang back as all the blue bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured blue bloods down here, Follicle and Coopram had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare do anything head on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily Coopram picked you up with his brain, he could hold his own in a fight, or no problem. Oh my goodness, hi! Fortune! Fortune! Hi! Hello, Fortune and friends! Welcome on in! My name is Jersey Basie.
Hello there.
Welcome on in, followers and people. You enjoy some Sprite cranberries? Wait, look, let me zoom back out. There you go. Sprite cranberry? Yeah! Drink
Drink up, everybody. It's getting late. You gotta stay hydrated. Welcome on in. Well, I'm Beezy. I'm a Jersey Devil, except right now I am wearing my troll sona. Do you see? You see the troll sona? Did you see it? Did you see? I'm obviously a cute little clown here for your entertainment. Honk honk. Definitely not a scary clown. Not scary at all. I look great. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you. I want to go to my funny little showcase screen so I can show. Well, actually, I think I just have to do this. Ha! Ha! This is my full little troll model. Okay, I can go over here and you can see me like this. I've colored myself gray and all of my fur white because animals don't have color on this planet. This game is so funny.
Hello there.
This game is so funny. You have no idea. If you've never played this game before, it's great. Right now we're dealing with like basically 2 4chaners. You should have seen. You should have seen earlier. We were dealing with Zebra. We had the most cringe encounter possible. It was a lot. About every like 4 text boxes, I was like, I can't. But welcome on in, everybody. Thank you so much for bringing your friends over. If you have to get some sleep or get some rest or eat a little snack portion, you can go and do that. No need to. I stream really late, so I get it if you have to go. But I really appreciate you being here, fellow like troll lover, cringe adopter, living it. I love it. I haven't even really looked at chat because I've just been so excited. Oh, you're typing in VR? It's a struggle? Oh, good luck. Yeah, I play a lot of Beat Saber in VR, and my hands are always really shaky whenever I use the keyboard in there. Yeah, put your VR stuff away. Get yourself situated. I'm having a great time talking to myself with this dating sim. Okay. The bus takes off, blasting a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and crumpled bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Coopram says that they were calling the drones, but a bus came instead. Maybe calling the drones can mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 can be to report a robbery, assault, or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing pound of giant footsteps. It's the fucking cops! It's the pigs! Fuck! Fuck! Time to go. Follicle wraps her arms more securely around Ratatouille! We're going to Ratatouille. Around Cooper as he takes off, like literally takes off. At first you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom. Motherfucker. Motherfucker's wearing Heelys. Oh my god. The kind kids wear to crash into stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering half an inch off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. A familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. Whee! He has enough power to float both of you at once, all the while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about psychics, YDK map, but that's pretty damn impressive. 3 of you round a corner and you forget all about being impressed because you are too busy freaking the fuck out. You were so busy worrying about the drone coming from behind you that you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but it's still a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinier, and a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers, and it's focused on the 3 of you instead of someone else. You, Follicle, and Cooper make a similar noise. It goes a little bit like, smash! Smash at the end comes from Cooper picking all 3 of you up with his brain and tossing you, just as the drone shoots a laser out of its torso. It blasts the pavement where you've been standing into a craggy, smoking chunks. Why did we go back into that? Oh, what? Do we run in a circle? You tumble feet over ass into the alley wall. A concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs. The ribs again. But you are just so used to injuries at this point that you barely wince. Oh! What's more concerning is Follicle. The blast rips her off of Cooperman and sends her in the opposite direction, against the alley wall with you. She immediately curls into a ball like a pill bug with lots of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay, and you aren't sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with void rot. I'm fine. I'll live. Oh, fuck. Drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Cooperum's, and surprise, it did. It moves altogether way too fast for something this size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? Fuck, shit, hell. You've come all this way, dodged so many dangers, and made so many friends. And now you're just gonna get lasered by some huge spiky robot monster thing. Are they even robots? They look kind of organic. But so do, like, the couches here. You digress. It's going to kill you. But instead of dealing with you a quick, fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Its big, ugly head swivels toward Follicle. Oh, God. Isn't it possible you found someone more gullible than you are? Alternia definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you're next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps toward her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can. You shout. You make as much attention and as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Wow, I read that out of order. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it, but you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turns towards you, then back to Follicle. It can't make up its mind. Should it go for Void Rot or the noisy asshole? You look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You really are a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg, and all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smash a trash can. Fuck! Luckily, you aren't the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Oh, where'd he go? Cooperm really doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of crackling power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just putting his hands on its big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. That's really expensive animation. It's just happening right off screen. You try to be at least a little bit useful and drag Follicle out of the way of the drone as it falls, but it doesn't fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eyes dies and it goes still. It becomes just a giant ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of a filthy street. Oh, are they robots? Are they robots? Cooperm drops like a rock before he's even out of the air. Cooperm drops like a rock, and before he's even out of the air, he's on his way to Follicle. He shoves you out of the way. Paul, are you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck? Paul! Follicle buries her face in Cooperm's chest, her two little fists clinging tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she can't get her lungs to work right. You guys all came in. This shit got so fucking serious, and they're trying to make me like these two, but these motherfuckers have been doing nothing but making fun of me this whole time. Now they're just being cool and nice and dramatic, but they were making fun of me. They were making fun of me. I guess I always assumed that drones were like trolls are bug people, so I always thought drones were like drones, like with bugs. That there's like a queen, and then there's like workers, and then well, I guess workers are the drones. But there's like different kinds of bugs in like a hierarchy of that, and I figured drones were just also the same species. Follicle buries her face in Cooperm's chest. Okay, we read that. Shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she can't get her lungs to work right. Do trolls even have lungs? They probably call them something weird. Respiratory sacs, breath glands, suck sphincters. I'm fine. Idiot. You had a snide comment all ready to go. concerning appreciating your loved ones while you can before a big metal monster comes and squishes them. Sitting here watching Cooper hold Follicle like he never wants to let her go. Well, all your snideness drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. You don't know their life. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit, both here and back home. Hey, you okay, dork? Yeah, you really are. Thanks to them. Wow! I think I picked like one choice that whole time, and it was to just let them make fun of me. Okay, I'll take it. Next chapter. I need some oh, yes! They're beautiful! I'm so excited for these two, because they both look really pretty. I need a sip after doing a pseudo muscle man voice. Ever since you were a kid back on Earth, you've always held the deep, close wish to one day travel the world. You wanted to see new places, experience exciting new tastes and altitudes and temperatures, maybe go scuba diving. You never imagined you would actually get the chance. That kind of cool stuff didn't happen to someone like you. Well, you're finally getting your wish. It's just a totally different world. Funny how life turns out. When you get back to Earth, well, you don't want to think about that. Who knows if it'll ever happen again? You have really chilled out recently, found your place in the universe. Drifting from friend to friend, adventure to adventure. He's only saying this because I haven't, like, met somebody who actively wants to kill me in a couple of chapters. Welcome back, Crash. Welcome on in. Welcome back. We're on the next chapter with some cool looking characters. It's the only way to live. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, they're cute. Oh. I gotta go Big Lady though. I love Big Lady. I love Big Lady. How many chapters are there? At least 18. There's a lot. Right now, your travels have brought you to what appears to be a normal road in an innocuous part of town. Not particularly upscale, but not exactly a rat trap either. Just pretty average. All I wanna do, see you turn into a giant woman. Oh, she's scared. A row of those spiky purple bushes line the side of the road, and behind one of them stands a large, fierce troll who is glancing furtively up and down the street. Okay, that's less average. Hey, are you her? Huh? I mean, are you her? Are you the one are you who I'm waiting here for? Well, your first instinct is definitely to tell her that yes, of course you are who she's waiting for, provided she's been waiting for a new friend. But honestly, you aren't sure your shtick is going to work on this girl? Of course, that's not what I was thinking. Ugh! Ugh! This is so infuriating! She's so late, I'm so bored! Do you think she's coming soon? You don't know who she means, but you suggest she might be more comfortable waiting somewhere that isn't in a spiky purple shrub? Don't be stupid! My clients value discretion! I have to lay low! The shrub hardly manages to cover her, and standing behind it and shouting is definitely not making her less conspicuous. Neither is asking random passerby whether they are her clients. Not that you can talk. Accosting people left and right and asking them to be your friend is kind of your whole deal. Ugh! If you aren't Country Lady 453, then who is? Country Lady 453. I know her! I know her! My queen. Yay! Ow! Sorry, I'm late. I couldn't. What in tarnation? You know that genteel charm anywhere. Well, my stars! I definitely wasn't expecting to see you around here. What a masterful coincidence. I wasn't expecting to see you, Skyla! Oh my god! shared a bed together. We shared a bed together. We fought bandits together. It was great. You are incredibly glad to see Skyla, and Lady too, all unkidnapped and everything. You give Skyla a hug, which she enthusiastically returns. She nearly picks you up off your feet. Lady shoves her nose against your neck and gives you a few sloppy licks. Who the heck are you? I have business at this bush. Maybe find your own. Sorry, I'm the business your bush has been looking for. Wait, what? You're a country lady! The very same. Name's Skyla Corriga. Pleasure to meet you. Ugh! I didn't think you'd be a bronze. I've gotten that before, honestly. Also, by the by, this concerns them, too. She puts her hand on your shoulder. It does? It does? Sure enough. They were there when it happened. They even helped me fight off the varmints who tried to take my Lucis. Oh, what did I miss? Right, yeah, you said something about that in your message. I very easily, click over the text and... The buttons... I guess maybe enter is the button that I can click. Oh, enter does work, but I could also very easily just click it twice. What do you want me to do? Right, well the bandits didn't get Lady, but other kids haven't been so lucky. Lowbloods have been hit especially hard. I want you to find the bandits' base of operations and I want you to take them out. Permanently and painfully. Camille's mouth moves silently. She's trying to reason through the steps of Skyla's conversation. Then she catches up and a slow grin spreads over her face. Yeah, I like painful and permanent. But wait, you want me to get revenge for someone else's Lucis? Why? Well, a few of us got together and decided to do something about it ourselves. Unionize! Unionize! Since there's no hope of the heiress or the drones doing anything to stop the bandits, and they all elected me as spokestroll, seeing as how I'm the oldest and the least easily shook. Okay, sure. I guess the why isn't important. How much you got? How much are you willing to throw down? I doubt any lowbloods could afford my fees, let alone a bunch of country rusties. Lady starts to growl and Skyla puts a pacifying hand on her head. Everything's fine, lady. We expected this, didn't we? We were hoping you'd be willing to do it out of the goodness of your blood pusher. Camille laughs so hard that she spits. Skyla winces. You got a pan disorder. You think I take any charity cases? And now they're blending together. I don't work for pretty smiles. Keep your compliments to yourself, missy. Oh, okay. Oh my God, everybody's great. Welcome, everybody. Yay. Welcome on in, Aiko. I hope you've been having wonderful streams as of late. Oh my goodness. Welcome on what? Welcome. Don't smoosh the Elden Cord. No, don't smoosh him. Look, there's a puppy here too, just for you. Just for you, there's a little puppy friend. It's a Sheltie, I think. Either a Sheltie or a... What's the big... A lassie dog. Maybe a bigger one. Welcome on in, Aiko and friends. Thank you for bringing your buddies over. If you don't know me, I'm Jersey Beezy. I'm a Jersey Devil, and here on my stream, I play whatever the hell I want, which today is a Homestuck dating sim. And it's a great time. We're having a great time. I'm losing my voice by doing more masculine voices than my range likes to go. But it's really funny. We're having a great... Oh, you see that? Did you see it? Did you see it? Huh? Oh, it's very easy to miss. But yeah, if you have to go get some rest, Aiko, I totally understand. It's very late at night for a lot of people in the world. Thanks for bringing your friends over. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Or time zone. Alright. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Why don't you just go find the bandits yourself? You know full well I don't have the means, but you do. It'd be a walk in the recreation field for you. If you weren't so nasty and selfish. Or maybe you're scared.
Ah! You! I'll show you scared! Ooh, lady fight. The girls are fighting! The girls are fighting!
Flex those muscles! Oh, hell. They look like they're about to throw down. You gotta do something to defuse this situation. No, it's fine. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Do you work on spec?
Oh, what? I don't work on spec. I'm only licensed on Alternia. Just kidding, I don't have a license.
You explained to Conil that working on spec means doing work for free in hopes that you are going to be paid later. You say it's unlikely that the bandits only go after Lucai, but that would be totally ridiculous when there's so many other things in the world to steal. Like money. They probably just have heaps of money in their hideout, and if she breaks in, she can have it all. Skyla doesn't want it. She just wants to save the Lucai. You're so dang convincing that you almost convince yourself. I'm not so sure. Sounds like you might be trying to fuck me over. You let out a scandalized gasp to convey what an untoward accusation that is. You are shocked. Shocked! Ah! Fine! Anything to get away from this stupid bush. She kicks the prickly purple shrub so hard, it uproots and sails across the street to land on the hood of someone's car. But you're coming with me. I'm gonna hold you to that. And if there's no money, then I'll hold you tighter and squeeze until your weird colored eyes pop out. Yikes, you believe it too. She could definitely do that. But here's your chance. You've got tons of success stories proving that forced exposure is really the best way to get people to like you. Promise?
I want her to squeeze me like a grape.
Sounds just peachy. When to believe. Conil kicks another bush. She seems to have an anger management problem. Well, you guess she is managing it. She's taking it out on the shrubbery instead of you or Skyla.
We aren't doing anything. You aren't coming.
Lady starts growling again, and Skyla looks like she wants to join in. Excuse me? Conil gets up in her face, moving way faster than someone her size seems like she should be able to.
You aren't coming. You'll just get in my way. You're distracting.
Oh, they're flirting. Skyla's mouth twitches just the tiniest bit.
That is not what I meant. Ah! You keep tricking me. I just meant that you'll probably stop to save some bark beast wrigglers and get us all cold.
Skyla crosses her arms and tosses her hair. Fine. I'm counting on you two. You figure that the information gathering stage of the operation is next. You've seen heist movies. You know how shit works. But Conil just shouts at someone on her palm husk for a while, then punches some coordinates into a car you're pretty sure isn't hers. It takes you to the outskirts of the city, past long stretches of cracked concrete and urban sprawl. Not exactly the place you'd expect to find bandits who steal farm animals. You point this out to Conil. She tells you to shut up. So you do. You leave the car and walk the last few blocks. The bandits' operation is honestly not super impressive. It's a long industrial structure that looks more like a manufacturing plant than a den of thieves. Beside it is something much more impressive. A sleek black spacecraft. Not like yours. This is the Mercedes-Benz to your banged-up Chevy Malibu. Even before you crash-landed, that thing was a hunk of junk.
Oh, holy shit! Is that an adult?
What, the ship?
No, dingus!
You follow her frenzied gaze and, oh, right. The troll beside the ship is taller than anyone else you've seen here. Her skin is a darker gray, her claws are incredibly long. Not everyone you've met so far has been a kid. If everyone you've met so far has been a kid, wow, they all deal with stuff that even adults on your planet don't. Routine death, dismemberment, and like 4 different relationship dynamics. If there really are no mature trolls here, then who are then what? Then where are they?
Wait, hold up.
You're saying where you're from, you live with adults?
Yeah?
You all live on the same planet?
Sure do.
Huh, well, maybe you're tougher than you look. Adults are terrifying. Come on, let's get closer. You and Cornel sidle up close enough to the trolls to overhear them haggling over stolen goods. So far, the conversation is too general to tell if they mean the Luci. Damn, they must have globes of steel. Talking back to an adult. I mean, I'm great at rushing in without giving any thought, but I'm not a total moron. Two trolls appear to come to an agreement. They shake hands and heading back. They shake hands and heading back into the warehouse together? Head back into the warehouse together. So what do you think? What should we do?
Huh? You?
Cornel is the expert here. Yeah, no shit. For punching. I'm also good at slashing. But as Daja always does the thinking and the planning. He's the one with the eye beams and the big think pan. Don't tell him I said that. Please. You assure her you couldn't tell Azdaja anything at all because you don't know who he is. Oh, right. Azdaja is a frustrating bulge lord loser who sucks so bad. Also, he's my mate sprint and we've been together for sweeps. He's supposed to be here. But he's off busy doing some dumb bullshit. So I need you to be the pans of the operation, okay? Please, do this for me. Oh dear. I want to go in the spaceship. I want to go in the spaceship. I want to go in it. It looks cool. Here's your chance to prove you are totally capable of making non-disastrous choices. You reason it would probably be best to check out that space cruiser while it's empty, since who knows how many people will be waiting for you in the warehouse. Yeah, that works for me. You suspect Cornel would have agreed to do anything you suggested just as long as she didn't have to make the decision for herself. What a mood. As the kids say these days, big worm. A little outdated, but they got the spirit. There are so many tough decisions in your life recently. You're worried that the spaceship will be locked and your great plan is going to be over before it begins, but the door glides open easily and silently. Oh, the Evangelion colors in here. I'm loving it. Can I have this spaceship? Can I have it? I want it. It looks so cool. Cornel leads the way and you let her. You don't know what wild security measures a troll ship has, but you do know you don't want to find out. The inside is normal enough. A pilot's in a co-pilot seat, a central panel covered in more squiggly Alternian language, and a bank of sleeping screens. Other than that is remarkably bare of any home he touches. Not like your ship, which, in your humble opinion, was very nicely decorated. You've got some pretty dope posters on your wall. More to the point, there is absolutely nothing of value here. Cornel can tell, also. There's no point to being here. This is just a cruiser. All the good stuff is definitely gonna be inside the warehouse. Okay, fair. You have no idea what you're doing, and you're sick of pretending that you do. You wish you could just take a breather, honestly. The strange, compulsive desire for more friendship is still there, but you are pretty exhausted. Let's just fuck! Yeah, let's just fuck! Yeah! Oh, wow. That's kind of forward, Cornel. You aren't even at the friendship stage yet. Oh, calm down, you gigantic tool. I mean, oh, fuck. There's an adult troll, and we are definitely going to die. That's why I said the fuck word. Oh. Oh! Oh, fuck, that is a big troll. Cornel is pretty big. She's the biggest troll you've met so far. If someone fed you truth serum and put a gun to your head, you might even describe her as thick. This troll is fucking terrifying, and she looks pissed. Or maybe that's just how her face always looks. There are teeth. Lots of teeth. Who told you two you could be in here? I didn't order any ugly wrigglers. Who are you calling ugly? Cornel immediately slaps a clawed gauntlet over her mouth, apparently remembering who she's shouting at. The adult troll growls. You don't mean she sounds angry. It's not a husky, sexy metaphor. She really fucking growls, a deep, guttural animal noise. Staring into a pair of merciless cobalt eyes, you experience a pulse of crystalline fear, blank and cold. You are pretty much constantly braced for death, but that doesn't mean you are looking forward to it. Instead of springing forward and rending you to pieces, the adult just stares at you. Damn, adult monster troll. Take a picture, it'll last longer. Last thing you remember is those blazing eyes. Then even that fades as you slip away. We died! Oh, we're not dead. When you thrash back into consciousness, Conil is right on top of you, pinning you to the warm, thrumming metal of the spaceship wall. She doesn't look angry or scared or anything. Her snarly, expressive face is utterly blank. You say her name a couple times, but she doesn't twitch. She just squeezes down harder, grinding the bones of your wrists together. Oh, that's not good. Someone is swearing. Oh, fuck. You strain to see around Conil's head. The adult troll is seated at the pilot seat and the console is lit up. You realize what the thrumming in the walls means. The ship is moving. You see the sickly green-gray of the Alternian night sky and your stomach does a disorienting leap of mingled elation and dread. You can't believe you are actually going to space and finally heading somewhere besides this fucking hellhole of a planet. Of course, that's how you felt when you were first leaving Earth. And you've no idea where this troll is bringing you, and your new prospective friend is just sitting here like she's hypnotized. She only reacts when you struggle, and then only to slam you back against the wall. You just randomly fell asleep, didn't you? How the heck did that happen? The adult starts talking again, but she isn't talking to you. No, I'm on my way. No more delays, I promise. The loose eye shipment is on schedule. No, don't worry, everything is. Sirens scream and screens flash. The ship bucks wildly like a sailboat hit by a wave. The adult troll's fingers fly over the consoles. No, what the hell? I don't know. It's like I've lost all control of the damn thing. Fuck. Is it the buddy? Is it the buddy? Is it the friend? Conil's grip on you loosens. She pulls away and shakes her head back and forth, shaggy hair flopping into her eyes. What the hell? Where are we? She sounds small and lost. The adult troll doesn't turn around. She's too busy yelling a mayday into her comm and trying to wrest back control of her ship. The whole thing shudders again and yours and Conil's heads bunk together. Ow! The ship bucks again. Feels less like engine failure, more like a gigantic baby is shaking it like a rattle. And you're scared, sure, but you're also awash in a sudden and unexpected flare of understanding and competency. Because this isn't the first time this has happened to you. This is exactly like how you crash landed in Alternia in the first place. You were just passing by, minding your own damn space business, when your ship decided it wanted nothing better to do than snap its reins, toss its wild head, and head straight for the unfamiliar planet below you. You push yourself to your feet, trying to tame your nausea as the ship rolls. You grab Conil's head and pull her across the compartment to a glowing green sigil on the wall. You don't know much, but you do know absconding when everything starts falling to shit. Hey, what are you? Let go of me! Absolutely not! If you do that, you will not be able to be friends with her, because she'll be dead. With it, the strength born of desperation, you pull her into the escape pod with you. We won't fit! You will! You do! But it's uncomfortable! As hell! Craning your neck at the very uncomfortable angle, you manage to reach around Conil and press the big red button on the wall. An alarm sounds before you hear the adult say, "What the?" before the door slams shut and the escape pod rockets out into space. You shudder back down toward Alternia, Conil's weight crushing your delicate ribcage. Poor ribcage. You're surprised it hasn't sued you for damages yet. Wow, that sure was a shit show. Hardships bring people together, don't they? That's def a thing. Unfortunately, you judge from Conil's swearing and muttered death threats that this is not one of those times. Oh. I died. I died. It's fine. We'll try again. And that was fun. We got to go to space. All right. Zoom all the way through. Spec work. Let's go. Warehouse this time. You decide to follow him into the warehouse. That way, at least you won't be trapped in a confined space if anyone comes back out to check on the ship. You get ready to do some James Bond-ass shit, ducking behind corners and saying, "Cover me," maybe executing some sick rolls down the hallway. You really can't do any gymnastics even when you aren't healing from broken ribs, but fantasy James Bond you sure can. Conil doesn't bother with any of that. She just stomps down the hallway to the first door. Damn, she really hadn't been joking when she said she was more into the straightforward approach. You pick up speed to try and get to the door before she does, just to prevent her from charging in there and getting you both caught immediately. Good thing, too. Through the window and the door, you see what looks like some kind of break room. A couple of trolls are messing around at their palm husks. A few more are sitting at a table and playing some kind of game that involves cards, dice, and little colorful shells. Oh, come on, there's not even that many. We can take them. Ugh, I forgot you weren't my partner, so you're just dead weight. No real argument there. Philippa told you that most pros work together for a reason. It's much harder on your own. You wonder if Cornel would have been so hot to take the job if it hadn't been for Skyla's, vibes. Yeah, that's the word. Vibes. They were vibing. You have to do this. You have to rally. Cornel is already losing faith in you. Or maybe she had no faith in you in the first place. Whatever. You choose a different color at random and go down it, assuring Cornel that you definitely know what the fuck you're doing. What? Ugh, where are you going? You've been down this road before with Demon and your meat quest through the sewers. This is possibly slightly higher stakes, but the same basic principle applies. Fake it till you make it. Cornel gets annoyed much faster than your other friend, if her sub-vocalizations are anything to go by. Damn, you really need to step up your game. You think back to all the heist and infiltration movies you've seen. Maybe you can find a locker room or a troll laundry room and find one of those SWAT/hazmat suits. Yeah, that would be the best plan. Just put on a disguise and wander around like a sneaky fuck, and oh god damn it, you were so busy focusing on your brilliant plan that you open a door without thinking and find yourself looking at the trolls playing the card game. Somehow, in your random quest through the warehouse, you manage to double back on yourself and come back out on the other side of the break room. Classic. This is a classic you. You're almost charmed by yourself. Almost. There's a frozen moment when all the bandits just stare at you and Cornel, perhaps taking in the truly staggering idiot level you've achieved. Thank fuck! We should have just done this from the beginning! Oh! Blood. You've gotten into quite a few fights since arriving on this planet. Well, mostly you've stood around while other people fought. Whee! But the point is, Cornel, she is brutal. She takes out almost the same number of bandits that you, Skyla, and Lady did in a quarter of the time. Oh, God. Multicolored blood flies. Oh. And God, you know these are the bad guys. They've been stealing Lucii and selling them, which sucks. Oh my god. But right now, they're kind of just a bunch of kids getting massacred? You don't feel great about it? In fact, you think you might need to sit down for a little bit. Your back hits a wall and you slide down to the dirty floor. You are clammy all over. Ha! Pathetic! Cornel pulls her gauntlet out of the final troll's neck with a spray of yellow blood and a squelch that makes your stomach roll. She notices you on the ground. What are you? Ugh! Are you serious? Come on! You try to tell her that she volunteered you for the mission herself, but you can't slow your breathing enough to get words out. You aren't sure why now is the time you finally freak out. Maybe it's the close quarters, or maybe you've been on Alternia long enough for this multicolored mess to finally start registering as blood. Maybe you've reached your horror saturation point. Whatever. If you've learned anything from this experience, it's that the why of things doesn't actually matter. Cornel looms over you, raising a gauntlet. She's gonna kill you. At least if you're dead, you can't puke on yourself. But instead of the brutal stabbing, you feel a steady pressure on the back of your neck. Cornel pushes your head down until it's between your knees. Take slower breaths, idiot. You follow her instructions, too lightheaded to dwell on the absurdity of being coached through a panic attack by a girl who's just murdered like 10 dudes. She's surprisingly good at this. Huh. Dodger freaked out his first bite, too. Wasn't even bloody. Little Regular passed out. Guess some bloodcasts are really better built for violence. I'm not even, my blood's crazy. It's not even this like yours at all. She has the range. She sits down beside you and pats you on the back. You kind of wish she'd taken the bloody gauntlet off first, but you appreciate the gesture. You're having a hard time reconciling this Conil with the one who had snarled at Skyla for being too nice? I'm multifaceted! Also, fuck her! Which reminds me. She pulls her phone out of her pocket, smearing a little olive blood across the screen. Pariga, I got your bandits. She talks a lot louder on the phone than she does in real life. Yeah, no shit. Because I work fast. Especially when I don't have anyone to slow me down with a bunch of tactics and plans. Ah! Save it for your cosmesis. She hangs up and glares at the phone. You tell her she really seems to hate Skyla. You hate her? Yeah? In like a sexy way? O'Neill's face goes a fierce shade of green. Don't be stupid. I barely know her. You don't press the issue. You also don't point out the kind of obvious point that these probably aren't the only trolls in the facility. The one who had been haggling with the adult isn't here, for instance. But if Conil forgetting about them means less murder, you're all about it. There's no way the bandits are continuing their work after this. Conil also seems to have forgotten about the fact that she came in here looking to be paid and... Nope, she's looting the bodies. Okay, great. It's a lot messier and takes way longer in real life than it does in video games. In the end, she ends up with 5 palm husks, a laptop, some jewelry, little squares of plastic you think might be sci-fi credit cards. Whatever. There's barely anything here. But that fight made it pretty worth it. Well, you're glad it was good for somebody, at least. You're just trying to not think about it and maybe get outside as fast as possible. Whatever Conil wants to do with your outstanding debt at that point, well, you can square up out there. Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not actually going to squeeze you. It would just be too easy. Squishing a march bug. Fuck yes. Save by being pitiful. I doubt you have any money anyway. I mean, you're wearing an ablution robe? I'm wearing a cute little bathrobe. Don't I look cute? Don't I look cute in my funny little bathrobe? True. Conil helps you to your feet. You kind of want to ask if you're friends now, even though the only bonding activity you've done together is combined murdering and comforting. And with her doing both of those things, you standing there like a dumbass. Or really, you've made friends with worse people for worse reasons. Oh, here. Why don't you take one of these? She hands you one of the palm husks. I have a phone! It got games on it? Thankfully, it only has a little bit of blood on it. Actually, it might be mustard, like the actual condiment. But she's giving you a phone? Why? You don't have one, right? I mean, you don't even have pants. This way we can keep in touch. You can tell me if you have any more jobs with excellent violence level. Like this one. Here, let's exchange info. Palm husks are really useful. You can use them to call people and everything. You aren't sure if she's making a joke. Possibly she just thinks you're an idiot. That's okay, you can deal with that. Because not only did you make a friend today, you got a gift today. Holy shit, you killed it. Yay! I got a phone! I got a little phone. All right. Next, the cute little blue blood. Yay! You've wandered into a part of town that seems to have some culture going on. There are a lot of bright neon lights and you can't read what the signs say, but you can see arcades, a performance space, and what looks like a movie theater, perhaps more indie-oriented compared to the mall cinemas you've seen before. As you continue wandering, you come across a trendy-looking building with a placard outside that shows a little cartoon doodle of a fancy waiter holding out trays of snacks. You can't read what the words say, but you recognize the intergalactic signal for free food inside. Come on in. Oh, an artist! Oh! Just have a little sippy in my water. You head inside and it appears to be an art gallery. It must be opening tonight, because there are festive decorations up and a little table offering drinks and hors d'oeuvres. There are many other art appreciators here, and your adrenaline spikes when you realize that most of the trolls milling around are purple bloods. Have we even met a single fucking purple blood in this? We're 7 chapters in, and I don't think we've met a fucking clown before. Where are the fucking clowns? Bring out the clowns. This troll in particular from behind, this might be a character that we see later, but this just looks like Susie from Undertale to me right now. You're not sure if some paintings and snacks are worth the high chances of being maimed when chaotic violence breaks out, but as you're debating on the merits of free food versus probable injury, someone approaches you.
You don't look like my other patrons. Are you lost? Or are you perhaps looking to start collecting? If you are loaded, ignore that first question. Art is for everyone, after all, regardless of your blood color.
The four black pupils in her eye glint and sparkle, and you're not sure yet if it's a menacing or friendly sparkle. She grins at you and it shows all her teeth.
So what do you think of the art? Have any paintings caught your eye?
You look around. You don't know much about art, but you are a nerd, and a lot of the paintings in here remind you of scenes from popular movies and games back home. It seems kind of derivative. I'm gonna be nice. Ah, stop, you flatterer. She puts a hand on her hip and winks at you. You're guessing here that she doesn't actually want you to stop. But you're also making the connection that she must be the artist who painted all of these. You sense an opportunity for friendship, so you lay it on thick and gush about how talented she is.
Huh, I thought you looked like a dumbass when you walked in, but you have good taste after all. Let me show you around.
You follow Rommel through the gallery, swinging by the table with the free food first. It's pretty good by the standards you've come to expect on Alternia, but what you thought was wine at first glance is actually Faygo. No thanks.
You may have noticed some of the themes in my exhibited work. I don't love clowns and gore as much as it may seem. That's just what they have for sale here. You may look at my work online. You may see more of the full range of my art. But for this fancy gallery sheet, purple bloods are some of my best customers. The clowns fucking love art. They're rich as fuck and they buy anything as long as it's violent enough or features religious themes.
You've seen the kind of destruction and mayhem that purple bloods are capable of, so you're surprised that she doesn't seem to mind being in a crowded gallery with so many of them. Most other trolls you've interacted with have done their best to steer clear of the clown murder cult guys, at least when one of those hate-romance relationships isn't on the table. Isn't it kind of dangerous to actively court them for her audience?
Oh sure, they can be unpredictable, and keeping them happy requires some schmoozing. Occasionally I have to pretend like I've drunk the Faygo and pulled some religious references out of my ass. But it's nothing I can't handle. You can make a lot more money as an artist if you're not choosy about what you draw. One of my customers is this blue blood moron who only commissions me to draw low bloods and quadrants with other low bloods.
Fuck, man. Not that guy. Not him. I know who she's talking about. That cringe. Zebra!
I've got him convinced I'm giving him a deal on his rate when he's actually paying 5 times what I charge anyone else. My point is, artistic integrity is for chumps. If you want to get ahead in this world, give the people what they want first.
That strikes you as a depressing outlook on the creative process, but you're aware by now that idealism on Alternia tends to lead to shorter lifespans. And you have to admit, looking around at the crowd in this gallery, that her cynical approach seems to be working. You tell her that she sounds pretty business savvy in addition to talented, and she winks at you again.
Thanks, I know. Because I make bank doing shit like this, I'm able to fund my passion projects. You should really check out my webcomic.
Oh! Before you can find out what her webcomic is about, she notices another troll that has been sidling up to you. As she approaches, she whips out what looks like a small recording device with a smile. Ramel's face goes carefully blank and she crosses her arms over her chest. And how can I help you?
Ah, yes, hello there, Miss Namak. I'm with Alternia Nightly, and I must say, it looks like your first ever gallery exhibit has been a smashing success so far.
The journalist's syrupy tone and innocuous words don't seem threatening to you, but you're picking up on some tense vibes from Ramel, whose hair ribbon swings forward in front of her face aggressively.
Of course it's a success. I would have never expected otherwise. Maybe not, but some in the art world have expressed surprise at the timing of this. Some have called it bold, considering you're currently in the middle of a plagiarism controversy. Wouldn't you care to comment on the case against you by Trident Media? Has she been cancelled?
Instead of being caught off guard by the question sprung on her, Ramel relaxes and laughs.
Oh, that! As if they have any real evidence that I'm violating their precious intellectual property. All of the characters I draw and profit from are entirely original, and Trident Media and their legislator are just mad about it because the whole internet knows that my storylines are better than the source material. Oops, I mean that better than unrelated creative works that my comics happen to bear a superficial resemblance to. Feel free to quote me on that.
The reporter takes the quote and scuttles away. Ramel seems unbothered, but you can't help but feel concerned for her. Copyright infringement is serious business. Is your new friend in legal hot water? I know just the guy. Nah, Alternia barely has any copyright protections to speak of. It's just that little pest Gorjek trying to stir shit up as usual. Company behind his lawsuit wouldn't even care if he hadn't gotten involved. Oh, the guy I was thinking of is the guy who's pulling this shit. Funny little Saul Goodman. Also known as Gorgor. It's no big deal. Nothing I can't handle. You go back to following her around the gallery, keeping your distance whenever a purple blood comes up to compliment her on her work. You can tell that despite her confident attitude, Ramel is still thinking about that journalist. She taps her foot and frowns at the paintings whenever there's a lull in conversation, throwing glances at the door that the journalist left through. You know, it's not like Alternia has a free press or credible newspapers. The reporter was probably hired by someone who has with a grudge to dig up dirt on me. I don't think it was Gorjek, actually. Too obvious. Amateurish. No, this thinks of my competition. The artistic establishment thinks that all I do is fan art and shouldn't be taken seriously as an artist. All of their paintings are in the museum across the street, and they hate that I've managed to put up my own exhibit. Those stuck-up pretentious bulge scrubs have been trying to sabotage me for so long. She turns to you, her hands balled up into fists, and the X in her eye flashing with passion. I've been waiting for the opportunity to strike back at them. If anyone is going to accuse me of being a thief and a hack anyway, I might as well steal from them for real. But their security is tight, and I haven't had an accomplice until now. What do you say? Want to help me pull off a risky art heist? Fuck yes! Yes! Fuck yes! Hell fucking yes! Ramel does one last round in her exhibit, saying goodbye to her patrons and grabbing her bag, which seems to mostly be art supplies, as you head out the door and onto the street. The museum she wants to rob is at the end of the block, in a much bigger, fancier building than the one you just walked out of. All the lights are off inside, and it doesn't have any signs advertising current exhibits. We can do this one of two ways. Follow that journalist and steal the keys if she has them, or break in without them. Let's try stealthy. You would much rather walk through an unlocked door than try to bust it down, and the reporter is still in sight, turning a corner down the street. You try to imitate Ramel's casual yet confident way of walking, like she could blend in anywhere and pull off anything. But despite your efforts to not attract suspicion, you keep getting looks. Not being the same species as everyone around you tends to make you stand out. Shit, this could be a problem. I can put together a disguise for you. Hold on.
Oh, a disguise? Oh my god, I'm so excited!
You watch as she starts pulling things from her bag. She seems to have all sorts of things in there, from paintbrushes to blobs of clay to paint. You think she might be putting together some fake horns for you from scratch real quick?
Yeah!
Before she can finish, you realize that one of the purple bloods about to walk into Ramel's gallery is staring at you. He looks vaguely familiar, and you realize a little too late where you've met him before when he starts walking toward you. No. No. It better not be. Oh, it better not be. Like to imagine Faygo is the same as the one on Earth, made by the same factories and everything. Yeah. I like to think that too, and that soda, like, that trolls just, their biology, they just get drunk on soda instead of alcohol. Like, that's just the gag of it. Oh, okay. I remember you. You broke into my apartment. It's the same troll that you and Polypa escaped from. You back away as he advances, a lazy grin on his face. Rommel glances from him to you and back to him again. Well, fuck. Looks like I'm not going to have an accomplice after all. Sorry, pal. She hoists her bag over her shoulder and shrugs her hands in a what can you do gesture. Then she's gone, the big purple blood paying her no mind as she absconds. I don't even remember meeting this purple blood guy. Did I meet this guy? I don't think I did. You want to feel betrayed, but it's hard to blame her considering how scary this guy is. In your heart, you know that you're dead already, but you're not going to accept your fate without attempting to prevent it. You make a mad dash to escape, sprinting towards a skinny alleyway and thinking that maybe you can scamper up a fire escape or something. Unfortunately, your attacker's size doesn't seem to slow him down, and you can hear his heavy footfalls right behind you. He laughs, and it somehow sounds dopey and dumb and completely terrifying at the same time. You make it to the alley, but you fucked up because it's a dead end and you don't see anything you could use to clamber to high enough ground. You turn to face him, hopelessness sinking down to your toes. Your scrappy alien tenure on this hazardous new planet is about to come to a messy end. Don't fuck with clowns. The purple blood swings his massive club lazily in one hand as he approaches you, not bothering to run anymore. You drop into a fighting crouch, trying to think back to your 3rd grade karate lessons for any moves that might be useful. But before he can crush your skull in, you see a flash of movement behind him. He staggers, dropping the club as something hits him from behind. As much as I appreciate inspiring my fans, I'm gonna have to ask you not to interpret my art so literally. As in, no murdering. Rommel springs off the troll's back after clawing him and rolls to the side, avoiding his swinging first. What a fucking badass! She grabs for his club, which is almost as long as she is tall, but before she can use it, his next blow catches her below the ribcage, sending her flying across the alley into the brick wall. She's on her feet again fast, but you can tell she's injured, and now she doesn't have the element of surprise on her side. The purple blood turns his back on you as he closes in on Rommel, laughing again. You can't let him kill her, not when she came back here for you, but you've no idea how you can help here. Your eyes land on Rommel's bag, tossed to the side in the melee, and in desperation you grab a loose paintbrush that's rolled out of it. You dive forward with a battle cry and stab the end of the paintbrush deep into the high blood's calf. Violet blood squirts you in the face. He yells and you manage to roll away just in time to avoid getting smacked. The slight stab wound hasn't slowed him down much, but it's given Rommel a chance to dive out of his range, and while he's still trying to grab you, she gets a hold of his club again. Ooh! Cool lady! Ooh! I love that sprite! Oh! The movement! We've got a real artiste! She's stronger than she looks, strong enough to get a good wind-up with that thing. And when he turns toward her, she brings it down hard onto his skull. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It takes a few more good smashes before the troll finally stops groaning and twitching. Rommel breathes heavily, wiping blood splatter off her forehead. She looks up, meeting your eyes. You are absolutely positive that this is the most dramatic way you have ever been rescued. You can't believe she came back and risked her life for you. Don't mention it. I need an accomplice, right? She drops the club and staggers over to you, pausing to spit out cerulean blood. You remember that she took some damage and hurry to support her, offering your weak human arm to lean on. Is she going to be okay? I'll be fine. Ceruleans are tough to call, even for a wannabe subjugulator. She tilts her head, looking down at the way her blood swirls with the larger quantities of purple blood pooling on the asphalt. Huh. That's actually not bad as an artistic medium. The colors and the textures work really well together. Maybe the blue blood kid from Chitter is onto something. Anyway, thanks for having my back with that paintbrush. It took some quick thinking. We make an okay team. I've never killed anyone before, but that kind of ruled, didn't it?
You're not sure that you would choose those exact words, but you're pretty relieved right now.
You might not have the bloodthirsty glint in your eyes that Ramel does, but maybe you can interpret your adrenaline shakes as euphoric overload or something.
Hell yeah, me too. I can see why people get into this killing business. If I wasn't such a great artist, I'd consider switching careers.
But sometimes when you're good at too many things, you have to pick one and just stick to it. So no professional assassinations for me. I am still determined to rob the shit out of my competitors though. And now that we've killed someone together, it just makes sense for us to stay partners in crime, right? Your heart leaps at the implication that she wants to stick together. You truly do not mind breaking every law in the books if it means she'll be your friend. Nice. We probably don't need to go around breaking every law. I just want to steal some art. But maybe we can reschedule the heist for another day. This neighborhood will be crawling with drones as soon as they realize the high blood was killed. You feel bad this troll's attempting to slaughter you ruined Ramel's gallery opening. Oh shit, are you kidding? My customer base loves this kind of shit. My art will get even more of a violent reputation when word gets out that someone died at my first gallery show. That's metal as fuck. You limp out of the hallway, supporting Ramel with your arm around her waist. She directs you to the back entrance of her gallery, where two of you can clean off the blood and hide until the drones and crowds are gone. Yay! No more blood on my screen! If you don't mind, we can lie low at my place for a few days while we plan this heist. I might as well get some work done while we wait and scheme. That fight was pretty inspiring. You're already my accomplice, so how would you feel about also being my muse?
Yeah!
More blood!
more blood! I love her. Oh, I didn't realize that this wiggles. How many chapters are there?
18!
Let's start 8. Have a good sleep. Good night. Sleep well. Get lots of good rest. I think I'm going to complete this chapter. I think 4 chapters in one night has been pretty good. So I think these ones have been a little bit quicker than the first 4. Or maybe I've just been picking better options. And not killing all the babies in the room. That could be it. A classic song comes back to you as you continue on your way. Some of that good old earth wisdom about a specific kind of footwear being made for walking. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk right over you. You wish you had that kind of footwear right now in this current chapter of your life. Or any footwear for that matter. Bitch, you walking around with your fucking feet out. Oh my god, I have to talk about The Bachelorette. There was a guy, so most of the guys who show up on the first night of Bachelorette do a thing to like express like to get attention, you know? Like they'll just do some wacky stuff to make a crazy impression. One of the guys just showed up with no fucking shoes or socks on. And, like, that was his gimmick. Like, that was his gimmick. He just showed up in bare feet. And then he walked around the whole night with his feet out. Don't. That's the impression you want to give to the women you could be marrying? That's right, Crash. Feet! I had to look away. I was like, this is too much. You're definitely learned your lesson about getting overexcited at the prospect of new friends. And running out in nothing but a bathrobe. Oh, we might have had shoes before, but we did run out after we took a bath. Oh, who are you kidding? Maybe not in that particular bathrobe way,
But chances are high that wasn't the last time you'll fly off in the buoyant afterglow of an intense friendgasm. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, these two are really cute. Oh my god, are you... Oh, is this the little musician? Oh my god. I'm gonna save her for last, so I'm gonna do this guy. This music feels a little bit louder. Just up ahead, you see a troll leave her hive, muttering to herself. She's holding an unstable mountain of papers and books with one arm, using her free arm to hold a mug steady. She isn't paying attention to you, which is fine. Don't get it twisted. You'd love to make another friend. You just understand now that it's a weird, flighty thing. Some trolls you mesh with, some you don't. You smile at her just in case, but when she walks right by you without stopping, you shrug. This planet is chock full of friendable weirdos. You'll live. You only take a few more steps before the sound of her absolutely eating shit on the sidewalk makes you turn. It happens fast enough so you will only really see the aftermath of upended books and papers raining down in an impressively wide circle around her.
Oh, globes. Damn ass rock.
She sits up, but that's as far as she bothers to get, after taking a sip from her mug, which somehow must have stayed level in her grip during the fall. She sighs and gets to work gathering it all back up with her free hand.
Yeah, this checks out. That's a thing that would happen to me. It's not like I have anything else to be doing.
You've seen a teen movie or two in your day. You know this trope.
The cool kid helps the unpopular nerd if they fall down like a chump and embarrass themselves. Then slowly the pair establishes trust. By the time the credits roll, they've gone and fallen in love.
Not that you necessarily want to fall in love, or that you're under the delusion that you are in any way cooler than her, but still, it's tried and true, and also like a pretty standard decent person thing to do. So like the decent person you hope to be, you skedaddle on over. You stop short just in front of her wide-flung ring of items. You want to make sure she's not going to yell at you or murder you or anything before you interfere.
What? JK, I busted ass. I know it's a scene. Well, what are you waiting for? Be a good bystander and stop standing by.
She gestures kind of all around her, and that's confirmation enough. You bend to pick up a heavy-looking book, and there it is, emblazoned right on the cover. A gavel, a humongo fucker of a judgment implement too, with spines all around the handle. Dread creeps up your spine. You slowly slide your gaze from the book's cover to its owner. She doesn't have any ostentatiously blood color themed clothes on, though wow, she is sporting socks and sandals. Maybe you are cooler than her after all. I'm not wearing shoes at all. I'm not cooler than her. But the very prominent eye bags are tinged teal. Ah, globes. A lawyer. It's not that you don't appreciate your one lawyer friend for who he is. It's just you aren't sure you have it in you to sneak your way into the heart of another. You got kind of lucky last time. Scales of judgment in your heart start to weigh in your chances. I'll pick up more papers. I'll be good. After you start making neat piles of all her stuff. Oh, you start making neat piles of all her stuff after watching you for a second, like she's making sure you're not screwing it up. She dramatically heaves herself to her feet and joins the effort.
Ugh, I don't have time for this shit. Make sure to keep the B-34s together in my red folder.
You look down at your current pile. B. That's the one with the little hook up top, right? Or is that G? Sweat pricks out your temples. You picked up a little bit of written Alternian here and there, but you're still not anywhere near competent at it. Sifting through the papers, you search for anything familiar. You make out a few words, but there are just a lot of those little guys on the papers. And you've got performance anxiety.
Oh, right. I probably still can't read.
You look up at her, startled. How can she tell?
Well, I mean, you don't look
Much like a troll?
It isn't exactly a gargantuan mental leap to assume you're not from around here, but I've also heard about you.
You straighten up. Any press is good press when it comes to friends discussing you, right?
Teals talk.
Oh! unfortunately. Oh. She puts her mug down on the ground and picks up a fallen book, talking as she flips to whatever page she's looking for. That little asshole is even more unfortunate. He's going to have even more unfortunate crap to say to me when he finds out I set us all back by dropping half our group project in a ditch. She paces in flustered circles until she finds a bookmark among the debris. Flicking a wet leaf off of it, she shoves it in the open spine of the book and slams it closed. Ugh, whatever. I can't even think about that yet. I gotta get all this back in order first. Right, yeah, the ordering of stuff. You keep looking at it, doing the best you can to keep similar looking things together. You can feel her eyes on your back, and you turn to face judgment. You basically got it right, actually. He did say you were quick at the draw. I'm Tizia's, by the way. She doesn't so much as smile at you as grimace. It looks mostly pleased, as exhausted expressions go. That's as good as friendship building material as any other. You certainly started with worse than being complimented. The breeze plays at the end of her frizzy hair, ruffling a few pages while it's at it. Now that you aren't frantically trying to prove your helpfulness and have a moment to think, you don't know if the sidewalk is the best place to be starting from scratch with a whole filing system. You open your mouth to tell her as much when a huge papa gust follows in Breeze Jr.'s wake, blowing the neat stacks back into chaos. Mother grubbing. She sinks slowly back into the snow globe of paper, taking a long sip from her mug sitting next to her, and then tilts her head back and unleashes a single deep gut holler. You scuttle around, catching documents out of the air until the gust is gone. Not that Tizias doesn't seem capable, it's just that she seems a bit burnt out. You know what it's like to feel like when you're at the end of your rope? So now that you have half a swinging grab at a handle and things here, you feel like it's your turn to do the heavy friendship lifting. Maybe a breather. You know a breaking point when you see one. You weren't expecting it so early in a potential friendship encounter, but still, it's clear this troll needs some time to chill. This is a mess, yeah? She swings the pendulum of her chin over to glare deadened knives at your guts. Okay, yes, it's a mess. It seems like maybe, just perhaps, it would be best to just sort of put a pin in it all. Suck air in and out of your insufflation sacs or whatever and just get it together for a minute. No group projects were ever aced when the clear leader was not at her peak mental performance. She wrinkles up her nose and closes her eyes. What nose? What nose? I don't see it. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Not all of it, of course, but this night specifically, and everything and anyone I know or have thought extensively about before in my life. That just leaves you. What do you have in mind, friend? Because I'm all out of ideas. That word still does a number on you, no matter how many times you hear it used flippantly. You have an idea already, so you hurriedly gather her shit into extremely unorganized piles, which she drops off in her hive to deal with later. You half expect her to just not come back out, but she does. She's kept only one heavily annotated tome in her mug, which she nods at when she speaks. I know, but these are for just in case. Anyway, do your worst. With a salute and a few gentle tugs at Tizia's sleeve to keep her moving, you get going. Oh, we're walking! We're walking! Little walk. You and your Alternian pals have taken turns leading each other to some pretty wild places in your time here. The place you take Tizias to, though, is somewhere you haven't shared with anyone. It's where you'd come back to on days where you can't find a friend, or don't want to impose on any of the ones you've made. It's on the outskirts of town, where the buildings are spread thinner until the landscape cuts upward into a jagged cliff face. Bolted into the side of the rock is a tower, or what's left of one. Basically a heap of scaffolding and rusted-out ladders holding up a half-covered platform. But it's been a good place to staunch bleeding and stargaze. Do I give off an outdoorsy vibe to you? Does my half-untucked button-up and paltry muscle mass scream would love to scurry up a dilapidated relic? You'd worry about her hating your plan, but you kind of feel like she'd complain no matter where you took her, and at this point, the die is cast. So heave ho, you say. It's stronger than it looks. You offer to hold her stuff for her during the ascent. She gives you the book, but clutches the mug against her chest. You know better than to pry, but you're dying a little wondering why she's so weird about it. Unless she's got liquor made from viscera in there. Or maybe her Lucis gave her the mug, so it's special. Could be both. You shrug and start climbing. Like you thought she would, she follows you. And like before, she complains about it the whole time. And like the structure itself, you both weather it fine. At the top, she looks around. Is this your hive? It's more like a hideout. You still feel a little shy about it. It's not as fancy as your friends' hives, and you don't have any weird animal parent to make you snacks or anything. There are only little keepsakes you've picked up along the way and set up on the creaky old table next to some complicated old tech you couldn't get the power on. This must be an old watchtower. Like a sippy. I'm like overheating. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that second one. Ugh. When that was part of her Imperial bitchiness's preferred method of surveillance. She runs a hand over the dusty screen. Oh, Trizza? You learned about her? Ha, no. Her bigger, badder, off-world counterpart, the Condesse. Oh! You take a look at the rusted barrel of some terrifying weapon mounted in the corner, and then out over the landscape and sprawling town. In the distance, smoke rises from a freshly demolished hive. Glinting in the moonlight, drones circle it like buzzards. It's been like this here for a while, then. You sit down, your legs dangling off the side of the platform. Theseus joins you, a safe distance away from the edge. That is one hell of an understatement. But yeah, we've got a time-honored status quo in operation here. Streamlined, efficient, brutal. Theseus looks miserable. That's not what you were going for. You summon up the old Roy G. Biv in your head for the 1000th time. She should be safe, right? Teals are middle class. Anyway, she's a lawyer. She's got the powers that be on her side. Saying so doesn't seem to cheer her up at all. I mean, you're not all wrong. By being in a position to benefit from the system doesn't make the system more morally palatable. If I'm being real about it, it's more me being forced to uphold it than anything else. She nods toward the book in your hands. All right. How does this all work anyway? Can she just not be a lawyer? And aren't there good ones? Yeah, I can quit. If I want to get cold. There's always a choice. Oh, that's... Be a lawyer or die! It's not like I expect suffering to ever stop completely. It just seems like an awful lot of work to do to make sure it keeps happening. That's the entire job of a legislacerator. Unless you're purple enough to get away with it, you're just guilty, no matter what. It's a matter of going through all the fanfare and trial for all the same result. It's sick. It's so normal by now that no one knows how to begin questioning it. She looks more exhausted now than she did during the paper explosion. Like when you've used up all your sadness and all you have is a deep, broken fatigue. This isn't exactly the rejuvenating getaway you envisioned. It's just... so much. Injustice. You continue to try to be positive. Are there no political parties? Some secret underground movements or anything? Sure, most lowbloods you bet have a healthy, fatalistic nonchalance about their situations, but there's gotta be something else out there. There were a few people who tried to stir shit up back in the day. It's kind of all hushed up and hard to find any information on the history of them, though. Definitely not the kind of thing they teach you in legislacerator training. One was a mutant blood, and the other had wings. So I guess they didn't have much of a chance anyway. You can't imagine the story having a happy ending, but you still want to know more. There's the subtlest shift in her tone of voice now that she's doing more than only complaining. It draws you in. One of them seems to have gathered enough of a following to become kind of a religious figure, from what little I can obtain about him. The other one led a military revolt. They both were killed, along with their attempts at change. I don't even know what happened to their compatriots. She stops to squint at you. I don't know how you got me talking like this, but in the fuck it spirit of the night, I'm just gonna keep going. If it wasn't clear, I'm telling you that things can get me extremely cold. So like, please be chill. You're so chill, the chillest, and also probably pretty gullible yourself. Good point. She squints at you a little longer and then stares out into the night. Her jaw muscle clenches a few times before she speaks. I have some ideas. She's still not looking at you, but she sits up a little straighter. You feel your spine following suit almost on its own. All of us training to be legislators like to practice throwing our weight around. Some of us more than others, which I guess you have first-hand experience with. But we don't have much real power yet. We will, though, if we pass our exams, which I will. I've been staying up most days studying every documented piece of the law and some underground stuff too when I can find it. There are exploitable loopholes they don't know about. If I can establish myself as a major player, I might have a chance to change things. Some things you can only take apart from the inside out. By now, she's built up a fevered energy, even with the sluggish way she talks. When you shift it in your seat, she kind of snaps out of it. Oh, sorry. I guess I got a little worked up. I don't exactly get to talk about this very often. It's kind of overwhelming to think about how fucked every little thing is all the time. Yeah. Sometimes we just gotta go watch a funny little VTuber in a box. Cause everything else is a little too much. But now I can see it clearly. I can't not do something. It's like Alternia is a giant fire and I'm pissing on a tiny corner of it while the rest of everything burns up around me. Your brain is buzzing with how real all that felt. You really can't add anything to it, so you just nod. Are things less abysmal where you're from? Ooh, boy. In a ways, yeah. At home, the accused is called a defendant, at least. As in, they get a defense. Her eyes brighten. That's exactly what I'm talking about! Does your justice system work? You exhale slowly, trying to buy yourself time to encapsulate all of your planet's various cultures, societal structures, similarly overwhelming list of injustices, in an intelligent blurb. You settle on, not always, not for everyone. Her laugh is short and hollow. So much for enlightened life forms existing somewhere in the universe. You guess until a more kind and just alien life form comes to take over, you'll have to make do with each other. Yeah, you're not so bad. I'd take on an oppressive regime with you anytime. She gives your arm an awkward tap with her fist and then looks back out over the edge. Anyway, I'm no religious figure or military strategist. There's gotta be someone out there who is. Gotta use what skills I have instead, I guess, until I find them. What the fuck else would I do with my time? Keep pissing on the fire is the best anybody can do, you reckon? That and others hydrated enough to do the same. She laughs. Keep on pissing, huh? Keep on pissing. I'll drink to that. Cheers! Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro. She takes a big swig from her mug. After a beat, she silently, without looking at you, extends her arm your way. You stare into the mug's depths, a little unnerved. She doesn't look like Viscera, but you've been burned before. It doesn't look like Viscera. She? Oh my god. Yeah, I should hydrate. Yum, 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 yum. It doesn't look like Viscera, but you've been burned before. It won't kill you. You're not sure what it will do, but Theseus is truthful, if nothing else, so bottoms up. What the fuck? It's water. Yay! I'll drink to that. We had the same idea. Theseus grins and taps her temple with their claw. Gotta give the people something. Otherwise, they might think I'm the way I am on my own. Then where would we be? You don't know. Letting people in can be helpful, you know, sometimes. Shh. I'm fine. You're not convinced. Okay, I'll admit it. It's not a bad idea to relax every once in a while. Get your priorities straight. That was a decent time. You're glad she's glad, but you mostly just talked the whole time about the same stuff she was overwhelmed by to begin with. Does that even count? You learned a lot, but she still looks pretty wiped. As soon as you think that, she yawns. She's so driven. You shiver a bit when you imagine what she could do if she took the time to rest for real. You pat the pile of blankets next to you. It's no bed, or tub of soap or slime for that matter, but it's gotten you through enough. She looks warily at it and yawns again. I guess my losers and my mate's Brit will just think I'm at the book hive anyway. One little nap won't hurt. I'll get up early tomorrow and reorganize our stupid busy work project. She tentatively lowers herself down onto the blankets, her eyes close for a brief second before they snap open again, glaring at you with full force. Don't doubt me either. I've got it under control. Oh, you have zero doubts in her abilities, you say? She curls back up against herself. A small rattle of contentedness shakes in her throat. Out in the distance, the blaze is dimmed to a thin plume of smoke. You hope whoever's hive it was is okay. You're not sleepy, so you'll keep watch to make sure she gets up by sunrise. You tilt your head back and look up at the unfamiliar constellations. Your head feels full. It's intense and not exactly what you'd call happy. But you know you're feeling it with her, and that's far from nothing. Oh my god. That was a really nice chapter. In fact, I think it's a good chapter to end on because I can feel the energy leaving my system and like everything feels very warm and I'm slurring my words. So let's just save Chixie for next time. And that'll be fun. But let's see who might be online right now to raid. Let's see. I want to make sure that I don't pick somebody that's ending stream soon. Have a good night, Crash. There's a lot of people. Wait a second. I know who I want to raid. I want to raid. Let's say hi to Bug. I want to go watch Bug stream and Ma is there and they're playing my favorite game, Binding of Isaac. So let's go say hi. Thank you all for hanging out with me. All of the wonderful like raids and follows and all of you wonderful people. Everybody came to say hi to me tonight and watch me play the funny troll game and I appreciate you all so much. I give you kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. Please go watch Big Nose Bug. Don't leave the raid. Don't leave the raid. Bug is so cool and so cute wearing the cute little summer outfit. Oh, I have to get my summer outfit done soon. But yeah. Thanks, everybody. If you don't know me, by the way, again, my name is Beezy. I stream Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. And, 8 p.m. PST, 11 p.m. EST, and sometimes on Saturdays, depending on what my energy levels are. So yeah, I might stream this Saturday. Keep an eye on my Twitter, linked below, if you want to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And again, I'll give you a kiss. Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Good night.